Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Artlist.io.
Look how you ugly so, ugly so. Look how you ugly so. Look how you ugly so. You're ugly from a long, long time ago. Look how you man so. See how you grow
Music
so.
licensing
Look how you man
reimagined.
so. See how you grow so. Look how you ugly so. Ugly from a long, long time ago. Look how you start so. Watch how you reach so. See how you man so.
Yeah, peeps. We're there. The camera is back. And the camera we did I use one night there. That not hot. See me, I don't know, man. Big up to the people when I dislike the thing. Peeps, good night. But someone talk to them. Let's try to balance a little thing. See, I'm saying I can look better upon the camera, you know. Because, you know, it's something go. I need to fade this a little bit out. Boom, so. Now I'm going to fade out some of my ear there, so. Boom. Yes. Yeah. So, what do that talk about? Look on that. Man, no go on here, man, but that look nice. Man, no. Let me see if I can find the background and fix that show. You see it? Look there. So, I could go so now. Boom, so. Boom. Boom. My mic want fix now. So, everything good there now. Yeah, man. Wanna look there, man? Oh, you can't trick me. That me I tell you now. But I'm ready now, peace. I set up that camera here before we go. Cause I been there try to fix up everything before my command screen and seeing. Yeah, that not look so bad. Alright, but we're there say now. So here we go on. Bombard. Where so much people come from a dislike stream. Alright, no hold on. I soon come talk to you.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, hello. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them right here. Warlord representing.
Yeah, man, so we're there again now, peeps. Good night. Bombard star. I worried, I think. Big up to the people them who, I don't know who bust them in our front, I dance for dislike the stream. But big up on yourself. I appreciate the visit. You understand? You must come more often. Bless up every time. You understand? Big up to the family members, them. You know what I think? For the persons who are at work at this time of the night, unfortunately, who still have to go to work. We know some people are part of the essential services, nurses, doctors, and some other people. You know what I think? Please be careful out there. I trust that your shift will end soon. For all the persons who are on the road, for the persons who are on their way home, I trust that you will get home safely. For the people that were there home, lockdown, quarantine, Zane, and thing, big up on yourself, good night. All the persons who are ready to listen to teach about some things that affect Jam Down, Jam Rock, Jamaica land we love, Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vybz Kartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price. And some people love dislike Teach Them videos. Big up on yourself. We're there. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Zane, if you're a regular part of the family, big up your damn self. For the moderators, you know what thing go. Yeah, man. A flagging from them nagging. So when them come cross, and you know what I mean, you just do the right thing. See? So peeps, would have streamed last night, we spoke last night. the last count, the last check was 143 confirmed cases. Zane, I have not seen or heard of any additional positive cases today. It is also still 23 persons officially who have been released after reaching to the stage where they were considered fully recovered. And unfortunately, to this point in time, 5 persons have not managed to survive the complications associated with the coronavirus. And also, based on information yesterday, seeing 20 more today. I never see that. I went that job. I probably when me there asleep. See it there when I big up on yourself. You understand? So I could see. Because it could have drop on me missy. You know what I think? You see, and I didn't really get for check before me forward on because, you know, oh yeah, see it there? Yeah, let me read it. Like, oh, don't know tell me. 163 confirmed COVID-19 cases. Whoa! So, Friday, April 17, Jamaica now has 163 confirmed cases of the corona virus, following 20 new additional cases over the last 24 hours. So, details on 17 of the 20 cases will be provided over the next 24 hours. The other 3 are from St. Catherine. 2 of that number are workers, both females, aged 33 and 19 years old, of Alorica. And the third case is a 42-year-old male who is under investigation. These 3 cases bring to 33 the number of imported cases, 39 contacts of the confirmed cases, 6 the number of local transmission not linked, and 68 under investigation. 62 of the 68 work at Alorica, epidemiologically linked. Yeah, me left out that word there. One of those 62 workers, 55. Well, no. Of the 62 workers, 55 of them are from St. Catherine, while 4 are from Kingston and St. Andrew. There's 1 case each from Clarendon, St. Thomas, and Portland. 2 cases are close contacts of the Alorica workers and are from Clarendon. So over the last 24 hours, 92 samples have been tested. 20 have returned positive results, while 69 are negative. And so far, 1,516 samples have been tested, 163 positive, and 1,353 are negative. See? There are also 140 persons in isolation and 24 in quarantine. Always pay attention to the number of persons in isolation. See? By any chance, any politician got the virus yet? No, not that I know. Not that I know of, bro. I know Dunstan Johnson is believed to have tested positive, but I'll talk about that in a few. It is always important to note the number of persons in isolation, because it means if you're in isolation, the possibility exists that you are presenting with symptoms and tests may result in positive findings. So the Ministry of Health and Wellness is reminding members of the public that it is now more important than ever that they take care of their emotional health. And these steps include staying in touch with friends and family by giving them a call or reaching out to them via social media. Taking a break from social media, the excessive use of which has been known to create anxiety among some persons. Yeah, man, yes, I'm a portion of foolishness upon social media. Keeping a journal, which is a good outlet for self-expression, and exercising. I need to start practice more last one. Zane and thing. And the members of the public, including those with chronic illnesses such as diabetes and hypertension, are also advised to reduce their risk of exposure by staying at home, avoiding crowded situations, and frequently washing and sanitizing hands. Zane and them something there. Yeah, man. They are also advised to practice proper respiratory etiquette by covering their mouths and noses if sick or when out in public. I don't know me miss this still. 163. Whoa. Yeah, I know people get scared when they say that, but we're good. See? Wow. Ah, boy. And you still have some people missing in action, some employees from Alorica who fled St. Catherine and who the government still a searcher. You understand? So it means then those persons don't know their status. They may be currently infecting persons who don't know so them have the virus. A whole heap of crap here, man. But I don't say anything go. Yeah, let me find my script now. Cause I never open it, you know. I don't know why I feel so rushed tonight. See? I mean I change the time to 8:45 and I said, I can't bother because them all cuss me. I can't bother talking to me, yes. You see me? So I just make it stay. Yeah, it's like them send out for yo, that for this still. Names need to be called now, teach. You know me I say thing to myself today, say if them people then turn in themselves in a short period of time, them names should be published. And I'm very serious about that. And I will do a video. See, my good joker, man. Yeah, man. I'll do a video with the names of the persons. And if they have pictures, I will happily put them in there too. Because I don't have time for foolishness, you know. See, I can't deal with the selfish people. And people that are going like them now have no sense. See, so if the government want to release the names of the persons, just shot me a one email or post it in the public, I will happily do a videos. If you don't have passport size pictures too, you know, make me get them. Quick and fast one video up. No hard work, none of that. You see me? Yeah, man. Cause them people are not easy. You see? Last night before the stream end, news broke that the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health had tested positive for the coronavirus. Let me get the main camera here. See? Why this take so long for it? Yeah, had tested positive for the coronavirus. And, you know, immediately we started speculating what that might mean. And news have since emerged that the Minister of Health got tested and his test results returned negative. In all truth and fact, it would be really and truly challenging, more so now, to lose the Minister of Health in this current situation to the virus. When I say lose, as in dying, but him contracting the virus. You understand? This is Mr. Dunstan Brian on screen. He's a permanent secretary. That's the Minister of Health. So Mr. Brian is in isolation now, I'm assuming, if he has tested positive. So Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton tests negative for the coronavirus. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Chris Tufton says he has tested negative for the COVID-19. Tufton was speaking following news that a staff member of the ministry's head office had tested positive for the coronavirus. And out of an abundance of caution, when it was suspected that a staff member was a possible positive case, I immediately asked to be tested. That test was negative. Plus, I did not have direct contact with the staff member, Tufton said. As to whether or not he would self-quarantine, Dr. Tufton said he did not think it was necessary as he had to lead a charge against the virus. However, he would apply caution to his movements and contacts. Yeah. We give thanks. You understand? Like, me don't want nobody catch the virus. See? Me don't want nobody to catch the virus. But me really and truly happy so the Minister of Health is not infected. May I be honest with you. Yeah, so in these times, Zane, I think he brings a certain level of calm. Zane, when he speaks, he brings a certain level of assurance, Zane, and reassurance for that matter to some persons out there. And he is a calming influence in these uncertain times, Zane. And it is really and truly strange to hear me saying something like that about a Jamaican politician. But the reality is the reality, and we have to give a man the credit where him deserve. And Dr. Tufton has been doing a sterling job, despite all the challenges, despite the errors that have been made, despite the indecisiveness sometimes, despite the missteps sometimes. As I said, he is currently a calming influence. It is no matter how bad the situation is, when he speaks with a level of reassurance that you appreciate. Yeah? And I say that with no apology. See? Yeah, man. So that is good. Hopefully he stays healthy, and those around him who are championing the counter offensive remains healthy. The second community that was quarantined was the South St. Elizabeth community of Corn Peace. The quarantine has now been lifted. I think me have one picture for now Corn Peace one at a time. I know the best picture, but you know I think. So Corn Peace settlement quarantine lifted. So the Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that the quarantine imposed on the Corn Peace settlement in Clarendon has been lifted. The community was put under quarantine for an initial 14 days on the 19th of March, following the first confirmed COVID-19 death, that of a 79-year-old man with a travel history from New York. So on Friday the 3rd of April, the quarantine was extended for a further 2 weeks, following the positive testing of 6 close contacts of the deceased. Now, according to the health ministry, the community is no longer deemed a public health risk. However, the public health authorities will continue to monitor the residents. I think the Corn Peace settlement situation was handled very well. It was also a wise move to have extended the quarantine by 14 days. Just like how I think that the shutdown of St. Catherine will be extended and possibly re-extended when that extension is up. Because you can appreciate the fact that St. Catherine is far, far larger geographical area than Corn Peace. Yeah? Yeah, man. So, the Corn Peace situation look like it work out okay. I trust that there is nobody else in the vicinity, in the area, in the immediate geographical location who is positive, and we can just, move on. It is also imperative that persons develop an understanding that recent information is angling towards the fact that you can be reinfected. So there is that as well. So we have to be careful. Whether we contract it already and survive, or we not contract it yet, we have to be careful, because you never know. Yeah? And thing. And peeps, as I said, I don't really say much of certain things sometimes still, but it things that are weird. We spoke last night at length about the fact that you have some members of the St. Catherine community who would have taken the opportunity to flee in after the announcement by the Prime Minister that St. Catherine would be on their 7-day lockdown. Persons have been found in St. James, some persons have been found in Hanover. The update, fleeing lockdown families caught out west. So more than a dozen family members who fled Portmore to avoid a COVID-19 lockdown. And sought refuge in Hanover and St. James are now being quarantined in state facilities in Western Jamaica. I have one channel my sound effect in a look while. That's strange. I mean fix that look more. Zane, like everything just stop working in the studio in the most inopportune time. And I like me can replace the things them now. Even me even order some things that I take forever to get here. Boy, I mean, yo, Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Though. See it and trying, Now, special teams from the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Area 1 Police rounded them up between Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning and placed them in protective custody. See? According to reports, residents of Jarrett Terrace, Montego Bay, and Sandy Bay and Mount Pelier in Hanover contacted their local health department after they noticed several family members moving into their neighborhood in the aftermath of the announcement by Prime Minister Andrew Holness that St. Catherine would be placed on a lockdown to blunt the spread of the new coronavirus. Big up to them people. Yeah, man. It would also be nice for us as citizens to be as vigilant as this when this coronavirus thing is brought under control. Zane, and crime needs to be treated this way. So we're not busy with no guy. You see something strange, you feel uncomfortable about it, you call the police. You see me? I say, yeah man, me like it. Big up on yourself. So our neighbors and so are going and make 2 calls. The medical officers of health in both parishes solicited the support of the police and visited 2 locations in operations mounted over the past 2 days. A number of persons from St. Catherine addresses were identified and picked up. On Jared Terrace, a 40-year-old woman, a 38-year-old male store manager, 2 children. I'm sorry for the youths them because I am sure the youths them never have no say in this. Zine, age 8 and 13, all of Lime Tree Grove in St. Catherine were taken into state custody, alongside a 62-year-old homeowner, and transported to a quarantine center at Rosa Hall on the outskirts of Montego Bay. So over in the Sandy Bay, Mount Pella area, a woman from St. Catherine and other members of a household were picked up and taken to a quarantine center in Lucy. So Dr. Marcia Johnson Campbell, Chief Medical Officer for St. James, confirmed that persons were picked up in the parish, tested and placed under quarantine. I can acknowledge that we have been getting a lot of calls of persons moving into the parish from St. Catherine after the lockdown was announced by the Prime Minister. And them something there. So, you know what thing go? Why I don't know, Rasta. I don't know. See? Teach how many persons are allowed in the supermarket at any given time. It depends on the size of the supermarket. Zane, it depends. So, I know that there was a rule that says 20 in any place, then it was brought down to 10. But the Prime Minister also specifically stated, subsequent to that it would be left up to the discretion, sensible discretion that is, of these supermarket operators based on the supermarket floor, if you can accommodate more than 10 persons at any given time with very good social distancing being practiced, then you can do a thing. See? We're not really taking a call tonight, Father Francis. See? Yeah, man. Blessings. Now, funeral homes. You know, they have been front and center of this situation for good and bad reasons since this thing started. Where we hear say the things that when them thief down a KPH, it end up in a funeral home, Zane, and people get charged and something. Some funeral homes I say them not get no guidelines, you know, to proceed with persons who would have died from the corona and a whole heap of little things. You understand? Funeral home fears running out of space. And the reason for that is because not many funerals are taking place now. So, and people dying, not just from coronavirus, but people still are kill people. People are still dying of health issues, from health issues and all sort of other things. You understand? Some people still dying from accidents and such. A major funeral home in the corporate area sounded a warning that it could soon run out of space to store bodies because more and more persons are opting not to bury their loved ones due to the restrictions imposed by the government to contain the outbreak of the coronavirus. Joseph Cornwall, managing director of the House of Tranquility Funeral Home in Kingston, fears an imminent pileup of bodies as a result of fewer funerals being held. People are dying, some from the COVID-19 virus, murder, old age, cancers and other diseases. However, since the government announced the new measures as it relates to gathering, where no more than 10 persons, mourners and police presence at the cemeteries and burial parks, our numbers have been drastically reduced. Cornwall says bereaved families are adopting a wait-and-see attitude, hoping that things will return to normalcy soon. Very unlikely. House of Tranquility Funeral Home is contracted to the Ministry of National Security to provide morgue services, which means it is responsible to collect and store bodies to be where autopsies are pending. Autopsy, I think I pronounce. We have recently expanded our morgue storage facility, and as a result, we are able to handle and store more bodies. However, if we do not bury some of these bodies with alacrity, we could find ourselves with a storage problem, as a body cannot be buried without a burial order issued by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. If burials are not resumed in short order, the country could face a serious pileup of bodies, he stressed. But while House of Tranquility is having a problem, Calvin Lynn, managing director of Lynn's Funeral Home in Mandeville, Manchester, said that their realities are different. He said that they advise clients to bury loved ones as soon as possible. The folks here are more understanding. Since the uncertainty is there about this coronavirus, they are having the funerals. We have been having funerals almost every day. Some will go to the church, but for a short service, and some will go straight to the graveside, Lynn said. So it thinks that away families, family, it rough. Some family members are try all out. Then some, boy, the whole thing are just rough. You understand? Dwayne Francis, I am really and truly sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, so let me say, there are thousands of persons facing the same situation that you are, and we really and truly sympathize with everybody who is currently out of a job because of the coronavirus situation. I just hope that you and many others will be able to find some way, Zane, to all out, to ride out the uncertain times, and some form of normalcy will start to emerge somewhere down the road as soon as possible. Zane, I know it can't be easy. I know that in our regular times, you have many Jamaicans who struggle to make ends meet. Many persons live from hand to mouth. Zane, and you can imagine that many persons in this country eat because government just for 7 days lose a lot of money during the time. Yeah, sorry for that, bro. See, many persons in this country eat on a daily basis after hustling for the day, and most of the hustles them have to stop now and things. So I know I have been having discussions about that with persons close to me, expressing a real concern for some of those persons. As a matter of fact, I was here yesterday at home and was having a discussion with my spouse, and there's a gentleman that lives not very far from where I live, and a wonderful gentleman, but from time to time we normally just out of being generous, reach out and make sure him have a thing or two. And I haven't been outside a lot recently, and for some strange reason him just flash from my mind, and I go outside, go look for him. I never find him still. But if I go back to the house, just to check if him thing balance and if we can do a little thing for help, because it don't make no sense. You have food pack up in your house so the next man not have nothing to eat. You understand what I say? So I just one of them things. So bro, I understand. Well, I can understand how difficult it is, and maybe for some persons, and thing something, but we have to just go and find a way for all out. See if we can, lean on family members and friends now, and see how the thing go. Auntie, good night. The government has categorically stated that they will not be at this time utilizing the drug developed by Cuba in the COVID fight. I'm not certain why they would have taken that stance, but that is what they have said. So we don't know how that part there go. But I can understand, bro. See, so just Why, I don't even know if you tell us a family. Be and tell her the truth. I'm upset. You know, you can lean on family and friends. You understand? And thing. And hopefully everybody can just band together and pull through. And again, this is an opportunity for us as Jamaicans. Because the reality is that some of us are doing okay for ourselves and our families financially. And I know some people are going to say about teach me now really go work hard for my money and take it up and give next man. But now tell you to do that still, but you have to understand say in these times, if we can help a situation, we help a situation, and we help a situation without expecting nothing, we just do it because we are in a position to do so, Zane, and them things. I know what hunger is, Zane, and my hunger would not come close to the hunger that many persons have faced or is facing, Zane, and don't feel for a minute that I have lost sight of the fact that there are persons in the country right now who are struggling financially. Some persons who don't have no food to eat. Zane, no fault of theirs, but it is just an unfortunate time. And as I say, if you know somebody in your neighborhood, somebody close to you who are struggle and you are able to assist in any way, shape, or form, then do that, man. You understand? One little care package, when I say you're going to feed everybody in our community. Zane, when I say you have to give away everything you have. So next man, where I say if the possibility exists where you can share something with somebody, then you try off it. You understand? Yeah, man, Western Unions are still open, Father Greg Wilson. That in itself is a problem because I have seen some Western Union lines and how persons behave in them. It really and truly is a playground for disaster. Yeah, in terms of possible transmission. But Western Unions are still open as far as I know. Yeah? Well, not I don't know that the ones in St. Catherine are open, but I know others are open. And so wow. Yeah, for the persons who are just coming in, there are now 163 confirmed cases, as there was another 20 positive results today. Also, I mean, many persons would have probably forgotten that states of emergencies are still in effect, and some places are still under zones of special operations. Mount Salem in St. James and Denham Town, namely, are still under zones of special operations. Those zones of operations have been extended. So the zones of special operations in Denham Town and, well, Kingston and Mount Salem in St. James will be extended by a further 60 days to the 20th of June and the 9th of July, respectively. So the House of Representatives on Wednesday approved 2 resolutions for the extensions, which were moved by National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang. In his brief remarks, Chang said its zones have been operating very effectively, adding that there have been no major crimes in Mount Salem since the operation started, and the Zozos are declared in Mount Salem and Denham Town in September and October of 2017, respectively. Blessings, Davian. Good night, Cams. Seeing? Auntie. Now, this morning when I woke up, well, the night day when I wake up, start planting quick crops, cash crops. Yeah, good suggestion that. But some people living in some places, you know, Peter, where the space and they left to plant nothing, you know. Remember, you have some communities in the country where the houses are joined and there's no yard space and concrete pavement. So the man have to probably get some pots now or some tires and fill them up with dirt. I will look at this. I thought just be creative still, but thing rough. Yeah, son. The thing rough. I woke up this morning and I saw a video. Like immediately after I wake up. Yeah. And I remember somebody sitting come give me a message on Twitter somewhere where somebody had a dog on a leash and the dog was at the edge of some water source. Turns out to be a sewage treatment plant. And apparently, the person who had the dog on the leash knew that that sewage plant was home of crocodiles. And they basically had the dog there as bait for the crocodile, who duly arrived and devoured said animal. I don't know when that video was recorded, Zane, but if it is in recent times, yeah, tell me say in a them time here when the world is at its on its feet because humanity is being challenged in ways that no generation in recent times have been so challenged. And persons, out of whatever motivation, brought that dog to that location for that crocodile to eat that dog, probably for their own entertainment and amusement, is absolutely cruel. I won't share the video, as you know, YouTube community guidelines, we don't really take them chances with certain things and things. But the police are now probing the taunting of crocodiles with dogs. NEPA condemns the incident. So the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, has condemned the actions of persons shown in recent videos circulating on social media, taunting crocodiles with dogs at the Greater Portmore sewage ponds in St. Catherine. In a series of tweets via the agency's official Twitter page, NEPA implored the public to desist from entering the area. NEPA also warned that persons found guilty of baiting crocodiles can be charged under the Wildlife Protection Act. According to NEPA, crocodiles typically feed on fish, birds, and crabs. However, these types of actions are very dangerous, as the crocodile will start to associate human with being fed and condition them to hunt larger prey. In the meantime, both NEPA and the police have launched investigation probing the incident. You know what would be nice? You see the persons, seeing? You see the persons who are involved in these things, you find them, you tie them on a rope and slide them down at the edge of the sewage plant, said we. You understand? Call it a day. Few less mouth for feed. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. And them things. The police have arrested 8 people linked to St. Andrew gangs. So 8 people suspected to be linked to a gang which operates in sections of the South St. Andrew Police Division were arrested by the police today. The police said the individuals, 7 men and a woman, were taken into custody following ongoing investigations into gang-related activities in the division and surrounding areas. So 6 of the suspects were apprehended by lawmen on Kirk Avenue in the parish, while the others were taken into custody in the Washington Gardens area of St. Andrew, the police reported. And investigations are still ongoing. Peeps, I know I have a video I did for edit and take out the expletives them and reformat the video and something, but I never get a chance to do it. Zane? And them things. Whole heap of expletives tonight, so you know I can't play it. So I'm just going to drop it in the background. I hope it stretch. Not stretch, but alright. Something. Give me a minute there, peeps.
What we do here is go back.
So the video, well, I don't know why now. Yeah. So the video in the background is of a Rasta elder from a Maroon settlement in Jamaica, Scott Saul in St. Mary to be exact, who was arrested recently. The story around this is kind of, whether it was strange. Then, police arrest Maroon elders for hosting gathering in St. Mary. Then, so Maroon arrested for a curfew breach and police assault. Listen to that story. It's weird. And this was a couple of days ago, a thing from last weekend, but you wanna do the extra class type of streaming whenever, you know what I mean? And them something there. In a video, the laughter in the background is rich, and the woman laughing is having fun. She is witnessing a tall man in black silhouettes in the low light from a police vehicle slapping the side of the service vehicle and saying something about the Queen, the law, and the curfew. So apparently, I don't know if I'm gonna try to get that video in here, so and see if we can do a different type of circling with this. Boom. I turn on, I mute the volume on the video still because. Oh yeah. No expletive for the channel, Mister. See? So I mute them, and then yeah. So here, so yeah, see the Rasta brother there. See? I kick the police vehicle, but we'll take it from the top because we still like that. See? So police vehicle, a driver, he must slap the car door. He must say some things that cost too bad that the Queen and I kick the vehicle and them something there. You understand? So he was the same man who is, you will see in a few being arrested by the police. Then I go in his stories on all and like. You see? Yeah. So you know, as the car turns, a tall man kicks the side of the car. And as it drives away in the pitch black night, and male voices are heard hurling expletives at the police. The incident occurred in the Maroon village of Scottsall in St. Mary on the night of April, Saturday 12th, so that's last weekend, at the height of the government imposed Easter COVID-19 curfews. But the police did not go away and lick their wounds. See? They didn't do that at all. But the police did not go away and lick their wounds. They went back, this time with reinforcements, and eventually arrested L.A. Lewis and Rudolph Pink. L.A. Lewis. Who told the Gleaner that he is still the colonel of the Maroon village. Not the Rasta man, Mr. Pink. But that claim is disputed by Lloyd Latibodier, who is aiming to become colonel. Now, according to the Castleton police, Lewis was warned and released, while Pink was charged. Hold on. Yeah? So Pink now was charged for breaching the nationwide curfew under the Disaster Risk Management Act that was first imposed on the 1st of April. But know some people are going to say now about teach all them for go up this up and tell people where Maroon to them for go in, and Maroon is a state within a state. I don't know. Yeah, but I ask me things I don't know. You understand? So L.A. Lewis know, you know. Then boy the name there. I do Jaja. Yeah, alright. The tall man turned out to be OG Rastology Francis, who is claiming to be the paramount chief of the Maroons. Boy, I'm confused. Because right now, up at Scottsall there, no, not L.A. Lewis, the entertainer, man. Just mad when name L.A. Lewis look like. Zane and thing. So I'm confused. I look like a little power struggle go on. Listen to this now. All hell broke loose on Sunday. Zane, so this is what go on Sunday. Zane, so this are the elder right here, so the police them come from. So all hell broke loose on Sunday when some residents who blame Francis. So this are Francis, Rastology. I don't know and get any name from neither, but alright. So they blamed him for the arrest of Pink, who is supposedly the colonel of Scottsall. For Pink's arrest, Zane. So all hell broke loose on Sunday when some residents who blamed Francis for Pink's arrest went onto Pink's compound to confront Francis. A standoff ensued, after which the boisterous crowd attempted to seize Francis. In the tussle, Francis was hit, and a woman who identified herself as Nana Dell, assistant to Francis, says that she was beaten by a machete and lumber-wielding attackers. When the police arrived, the citizens assisted them in getting Francis into the police vehicle. He was charged for breaching the curfew, malicious destruction of property, and assaulting a constable. He was held overnight at the Anata Bay police station. And I think me have Rastology somewhere here, you know. Hold on there. I think I can find him somewhere in the dance. Hold on. I have to go back to over yesterday, man. Yeah. So see the elder here. Yeah, alright, hold on. So he was held overnight at the Anata Bay police station and bailed on Monday. Francis admitted on camera to striking the vehicle and assaulting the cop. Pink and Francis are contending that the police had no business enforcing a curfew on sovereign Maroon territories without consultation. But Pink and Francis are not supported by a colonel of the Charlestown Maroon, Marcia Douglas, and Lottie Bodier. Though they embrace a state within a state status of the Maroon communities, they welcome the government's move to curb the spread of the new coronavirus, which has killed 5 persons and infected 163 in the country. You know, see, a whole heap of mix up and bangarang in a Maroon lands. See? So, a man them say police them can't come enforce. A Lottie Bodier, man. Lottie Bodier. They used to have Derek Lottie Bodier, who was once the governor of the Bank of Jamaica. Yeah, so any name is not strange. So Lottie Bodier now. Gabby Dan, what go on, bro? Lottie Bodier now, apparently he's trying. I don't know, I never remember to get no picture of Pink, you know. I try to get to become the colonel up a Scottsall. But right now, I be a Pink run it off. Zine, so Pink, you know, and Rastology, I say, yo, the police them nana. But I don't know. You understand? Rasta nothing mix up in a bangarang. I don't know, star. Yeah, peeps. Yeah, I'm a draft it. My draw for a look good thing and forward. I'm a balance also. I work in the see? And then things that always stay in the edit in the files. See? I draw for me look bridge in around so then me. Alright. So now peeps, so that's the story there. You understand? I put a picture up on the screen. And when I put the picture up on the screen, now man when I see them on the face, I just one thing come to my mind. You understand? Hold on, what go on? Resolution settings detected automatically. See, based on HDMI signal. Open up and mash up all my streaming at night, you know. So this man, I know. This brother, when me look on this man, me don't know, me just can't help myself. You understand? I can't help myself. We know the situation now with Jamaica's agreements with the United States as it relates to deportation. We know that we have signed treaties which says that we have to accept our citizens. Fine? Zine? And we get that. We understand that. But Trump has decided that right now a business as usual and deportations are still scheduled. As of such, 62 Jamaicans will be returning to the island on Wednesday, the 21st of April. That's next Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday, April 21st. Zin? And apparently, the flight should have arrived from the 26th of March, but through negotiations, it was the government of Jamaica was given an extension to prepare. So 62 deportees to arrive in Jamaica from the US next week. Yeah? They will be arriving on Tuesday, the 21st of April, aboard a chartered flight. And I would have done videos about this and them. So I'm now going to get into the details of that. What I want to share is that in the video that I did, I would have pointed to the fact that the government, the Minister of National Security, said that they will be quarantined in a government facility for 14 days, process and then release them family after screening shows so them can go road. The government facility, based on information, is the Fort Augustus prison. You know, it was evacuated a year or two ago and the inmates were moved to a different location because it had fallen in a state of disrepair. So Fort Augusta to be renovated to house deportees. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness says some good has come out of the decision to accept some 62 deportees who are due to arrive from the United States of America next week. Some good. Holness said that the United States has agreed to give his government money to rehabilitate the Fort Augusta facility in St. Catherine to be used as a halfway house for deportees. It is significant resources, Holness told the Parliament on Tuesday. We are going to create a facility there that could become a long-term halfway facility to assist when we bring back deportees. Despite the threat of the novel coronavirus, which caused the government to close the airports to incoming passenger traffic, the US government has insisted that Jamaica honors its agreement to receive deportees monthly. The Ministry of National Security said measures have been put in place to facilitate the safe return and to accommodate the deportees. There is a standing agreement where we take back deportees on a monthly basis. Because of the crisis, we have had discussions with our partners in the United States regarding our state of preparedness to take back deportees. And as a result of those discussions, we have managed to delay for a little more than 3 weeks, the Prime Minister said. He told fellow legislators that the government used the time to negotiate with the United States and was able to secure some assistance for the renovation of the Fort Augusta facility. Out of this has come some good because we are able to bring our position to our partners. We have gotten some good out of it. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said that when the deportees arrive next week, they will be quarantined, tested for the coronavirus, and monitored before being released into the general population. Holness did not say where the deportees would be housed during the period of quarantine, but he indicated that Fort Augusta facility would not be ready to accommodate them. Formerly used as a prison to house females, the Fort Augusta facility was closed in 2017, and the inmates transferred to the South Camp Road Correctional Center. Wow. I got so much things to say right now, but I'm not bother. Deportation danger. The opposition tells the US to back down as Guatemala fingers flights for a COVID spike. That's right. So like I something me there, right? So the Holness administration has been urged to resist the planned re-entry of Jamaican deportees from the United States, even as the government of Guatemala reports that 75% of its returnees on a recent American flight tested positive for the new coronavirus. Boy. The People's National Party called for the US to put a hold on deportation proceedings until the Jamaican borders reopen. It don't look like that government at all. The government has found itself on a policy knife edge as comparisons have been drawn with the treatment of Jamaicans aboard the Maroon Discovery 2 ship who wanted to land amid the COVID-19 outbreak. But yesterday, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang said there were multiple delays, but admitted that the US insisted on the deportations. US President, let me find back. US President Donald Trump has threatened countries with visa sanctions if they refuse deportations, although many are buckling under the pressure of managing the COVID pandemic. You know, I made a statement last night that I think that some Jamaicans value a visa over them life. Some Jamaicans will sell them grandmother to get a visa, and some people sell things as big as a country for visas. But that's a set. Just based on observation. I didn't call them a name, I don't want to go tell nobody so I say them. But that's a set. You understand? Some people sell them granny for visa. American visas for that matter. Not even Canadian or British. You see? Something. See, Miss Lisa Lindsay said Andrew Wellness House big enough for all deportees. Never mind. Now, so the questions of inmates is a challenging one, and the US government is insisting and is in fact sending home citizens. But we have had productive discussions both with the local embassy and Homeland Security and the State Department through the embassy in Washington and had the delays. But we are preparing as is necessary or when necessary, in the condition laid down by the Ministry of Health, Chang said. But the PNP argued that the government should make a compelling case that protects the country. Our health system is already in danger of being stretched beyond its capacity, and our quarantine arrangements are not sufficiently robust and efficient, Julian Robinson, the PNP General Secretary, said in a statement. Guatemalan officials said that they have had an increase in COVID-19 cases because of the deportations from the US, and they are damaging, well, not correct, and they are demanding that the US sends certificates that the deportees are in good health. I see an article today where the US Embassy said the United States government will screen these persons before them forward in and thing. Yes, but I don't know still. I don't watch out. Let me finish reading the article. So far, the US has recorded over 613,000 cases of the coronavirus with over 26,000 deaths. And the US Embassy in Kingston has so far been silent on the push by the Trump administration. But Prime Minister Holness, noting that Jamaica had a very good relationship with the United States. I mean, the same United States were block COVID testing kits. But nonetheless, good relationship with the United States. Zane said the government was bound by agreements to accept the deportees. But no, there are treaties, Zane, and sweeties. And what thing go? He said the deportation rescheduled for approximately 2 weeks from today was more favorable to the country's state of readiness to battle the COVID-19. We are making preparations to have a controlled re-entry of Jamaicans. We have spent the last 2 weeks refining those protocols, Holness said. So turning to the issue of the 43 Jamaicans, stuck on the Maroon Discovery 2 cruise ship, Holness described the situation as unfortunate, disclosing that he had in fact given an order for the Jamaicans to be landed, but was told that the ship had left Jamaican shores. We talk about that story there already. I do one video on that. I get back into that, you know. You understand? I hope those Jamaicans will be able to get home soon. See, you have to quarantine them still, but you know what I think? It better them. I know some people are saying right now the safest place for them be is on a cruise ship out there and sea. But what if there's a case on board? Zane, right now, safest place to be is in your yard locked down. You understand? In your own bed. But you know what I think? 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 1 more spread out for chump before we go. man face just, but I don't know, star. I remember back in the days, when I started this channel on the 26th of August 2016. I know the US presidential election was November. Zane, and I did a video a long time ago in Bethlehem that says if Donald Trump is the answer, only God knows the problem. You understand? It's like from the get-go, I couldn't say, say Donald Trump and him rich friend them the day on golf course one day I play golf and him said, say right now I just gonna run for the presidency. I say, yeah man, do it man, nothing wrong, and a joke ton boy I don't even know. You understand what I say? I don't even know Rasta. You see, Donald Trump is a shrewd businessman, but as I've said before, Donald Trump has no business in politics. I have said that a million times. I will never apologize for that. And I don't know anybody who is of rational and logical thinking could have found it within themselves to support Donald Trump as a politician. May I tell you the truth? Zane and thing. I mean, it's a man where do what him say, I'm going to do whether it makes sense here or not. You understand? Whether it makes sense here or not, I have to give him credit for that. No matter how stupid the idea is, if he say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So credit there. But Donald Trump should have never become the leader of the free world family. It's a simple thing now. But no, Hillary was not the poster child either. But Hillary was the better of the two poisons. You understand? I said that from day one. I said that again. Donald Trump should have never. The only time Donald Trump should have got the White House is when he go up on a tour. When they make a tour at the White House. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah. So, man, so right now the president have all the power. And that power is so powerful. It is a powerful power. See, man, Donald Trump can construct 2 sentences and he's a president of America. Boy, I don't even know. You understand? I don't know. And some Jamaicans, who were very vocal, who were very strident, who went to the ends of the earth in defense of Donald Trump back in the days, I remember some of those people, some very high profile people. Look at Uno. You understand? No, Donald Trump, where man? Donald Trump, none of business in the White House, brother. But everything good still. Zane, he will win a second term. You feel so Ingrid? If Donald Trump win a second term, Americans are the silliest of the people in the world. Again, no apologies, but you know what thing go. See, alright, let me go move on still. Because we have some sad things to talk about. This is not really a corona focus stream. It's more some Oliver things that are going on in Jamaica. Zane, the oxygen, you need to check the message that I sent you, bro. You need to see me a stream, brother. Alright, I say a word. O'Neill Street, blessings, O'Neill Street. But first, me I see in them streets here, Let me know for the first time you for the streets, Mr. Street. Zane, but whichever way, I appreciate the support and I appreciate the contribution. You hear, fam? I will send a message, oxygen. Boom. You look like up on IG. Virgin. My youth. No? Me not send a message in a family. Oh, you just send me. When I want on the piece. Let me mute this, cause me don't want to hear. Oh, sorry, I never have my phone plug in at my shade, but I share it still. I'm going to take off a look at general off my screen first, because that's something serious. And this is the boss just send come give me. See him?
1.87 million tests today, so that's 1,870,000 million tests.
Something all right? Something all right, yeah.
So, what are they? Cause probably my maths wrong.
1.87 million tests today, so that's 1,870,000 million tests.
Something all right? Something all right, yeah.
Something alright if you true ninja. That me thing. You understand? Hey, something alright, man. Hey man, say send the whole of the generator them to New York. And the people them in New York don't give out the generator like a light gun. A ventilator. I don't know, Rasta. I don't know. I can't believe say Donald Trump is a meme. See? Somebody has said me I look US visa. Brother, I've never had a desire to venture in the United States. And if me ever apply and then not give me, it is neither a year nor a day for me. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, man. And if them ask about Trump, me I tell them say Trump should not be the president of the United States. So them decide what them are gonna do after that. You understand? Me not gonna lie to nobody and me not gonna lie to myself. Donald Trump, something alright. Something alright. Yeah, man. But, yeah, man. Right now, your man say right now, he might follow the power, and that power is so powerful. It's a powerful power. Zane and thing. Say me can find a one little thing. Zane. A man have a powerful power. And the power there is so powerful. You know what to deal with the power there. The power there is not a normal power. You understand? A different power that. A man power no normal. See? Well on there. Since as we and Donald Trump, we could just do a local Trump thing and then we're done with the Trump thing now. You see? Yeah, man. Alright now. It's a powerful power, man. Off. Let me look. They are 240. Which video this? Oh yeah.
Life-saving ventilators, and yet the president doesn't even know what they're called.
We sent thousands of generators to New York. The people in New York never distributed the generators.
Ventilators. They're called ventilators. Life-saving ventilators, and yet the president doesn't even know what they're called.
We sent thousands of generators to New York. The people in New York never distributed the generators.
Ventilators. They're called ventilators.
What's your name?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case. Yeah. Now we move on. I want to look a sad story I say now, peeps. See? A light gone over New York, man. A light. The man I restore light with the generator them. Yeah. Cause New York in a darkness. Donald Trump. I'm go on here. Heartbreak cause baby killed in St. Mary. Ah, boy. Richard Cox thought he was taking 3 of his children to experience pure fun in Gale, St. Mary, on Wednesday morning. But the hope of a blissful dreamland type day vanished and was replaced with an unfathomable tragedy after Cox's 2-year-old daughter, Michaela, was murdered allegedly by a family member. The man, 39-year-old Romario Henry, who is a cousin of Michaela and believed to have been of unsound mind, was killed by a mob shortly after slitting the throats of Michaela, her 5-year-old cousin, and an elderly man. Michaela did not survive the attack. Blood-stained rocks and the mournful faces of relatives in their yard indicated that the graphic incident was still etched in the front of their minds. The incident occurred on Wednesday. Wednesday morning, me carry them down here. I go in at the town about 3:50 p.m. And about 5 p.m. me get the news say she dead. How me must leave my baby there and that happened, he pondered. She smarter than anything. Me carry them come and me dream world to have a dream. And he destroyed my children's dream. It is understood that Henry, the man who carried out the wicked acts, was a very good chef. He reportedly began acting strange recently. Michaela's teenage sister witnessed the tragedy. I start bawl and say, "You kill my sister, so me I kill you back. Some man come and hold on upon me." I feel distracted and confused. Michaela's teen brother, who jumped out of his sleep when the incident started, claimed he had a premonition the morning they were leaving their St. Andrew home for St. Mary. When Daddy was taking us here, I was praying. Somehow I felt something would happen, but definitely not this, he said. He said too that the morning before they drove out, a man stood at their gate on Torrington Park in Olympic Gardens, St. Andrew, warning of tragedy. Meanwhile, when Olympic Gardens home, where Michaela, her sibling, and her parents lived, one man described her as a brilliant, well-mannered child. You want to see her hair comb well nice before she go away Wednesday. In September, she did supposed to start school. If she come out your son now, she tell everybody good morning. When them here people come from every road in the community to show support, she was manageable, the resident said. Ah boy. Gail St. Mary is a place I know extremely well. I went to high school in Gail St. Mary. Jaja. Imagine you bring a youth from St. Andrew to St. Mary, and hours after you do that, a man cut her throat. Her cousin. Wow. Double murder in Torrington Park. So there was a double murder in the Kingston 12 community of Torrington Park this morning. Reports are that about 2 a.m. residents heard a barrage of gunshots. After the shooting subsided, 2 men were found suffering from gunshot wounds, and the men, who are yet to be identified, were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. Ah boy. That picture them. I'm sure I have a picture there somewhere. Images. Same thing again. Dinner share, dumpling and mackerel. I give thanks because something on the pot still. The work not easy. Tomorrow we gone back still. And the youth them have to eat and at the same. I the picture. I think the picture here in Nannyville story and all on. So I go on, yeah. Story they kind of show me out still. But just Jaja. Residents cry foul for justice after man shot during COVID curfew. I'm gonna think of that picture here. So I'm gonna hold on to that picture here for a while. For the second time in 2 weeks, controversy surrounds an incident involving members of the security forces and a citizen in St. James under the curfews introduced to stem the spread of the deadly coronavirus on the island. The latest incident, which occurred on Sunday in the Retrieve district near Cambridge, has left residents crying out for justice. When the Gleaner visited the community on Monday, they contended that the police were heavy-handed, as there was no reason to open fire at a group of men who had breached the curfew order and were playing a game of dominoes. Yeah, I think the picture is the right picture now. It has mirrored that. The man them did a play dominoes in my place about 3:15 p.m. When me see a police vehicle marked SWAT on the side, I drive down the hill. Because the youth them knows that the police them and lock up people for the outer door in the curfew. Everybody get up and run. And all of a sudden appear gunshot, the police them start fire. A man who gave his name as Rasta said, according to the alleged eyewitness, even a 74-year-old man who was watching the domino games had to take evasive action as he fell off his seat as bullets rained. An elderly woman who was watching a movie at home with her great-granddaughter said she heard a barrage of shots firing in her yard, and when she regained her composure and looked outside, she saw the police with the injured man. When I look out the door, I see the police them have him, and I ask him, say, why him run? And me hear him tell them, say, I through the curfew hours pass, and him no want them lock him up, so him run, the woman said. The elderly man said the man appeared to be bleeding from a wound to his neck. He was subsequently taken to hospital by the police. In addition to demanding justice for the injured man, the residents are also calling for a compensation for a damaged vehicle which they say was parked along the roadway when the police crashed into it as they left the community. The police, however, have given a different version of the events. The cops say they were on an operation in the Retrieve community when they were fired upon by a group of armed men. They said that when they returned the fire, a man was hit by a stray bullet. Errol Chatu, director of complaints for Indicom's Western office, said that a team from his office has taken statements from residents and were collecting samples from the officers and the victims. And just over a week ago, 19-year-old Carmichael Dawkins collapsed and died while he and a friend who found themselves on the street of Montego Bay in breach of the nightly curfew were reportedly being chased by a police team. For now, one thing I next, Jaja. See? Which side of the story to believe? You don't know. I sincerely hope that investigations will reveal the truth. And when the truth comes, if somebody has to give an account, they are meant to do so. I don't know. It's a long and short of story. You see, peeps, you see, I understand that things will happen when you get caught on the road before a curfew. Well, when the curfew start. But the safest way is for Gaia yard and Tanya yard. See, big up to the people in the comments. Father Fitzroy Miller, manners and respect. It things sad whichever way you look upon it. I'm glad for know that the gentleman who was shot did not die. See, I'm glad for hear that. I'm glad for hear that. Yeah, I remember one of them Sunday I look at thing going out of Richmond Farm Police prison where some inmates and some warders get hurt because some phone did fine and the inmates and besides say squad of the water them can't get the phone and all sorts of things and a bag of things. So this is Matthew Samuda, the son of Carl Samuda. He is currently the minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security or the Minister of State, some Minister of National, I don't remember. Then, so he was engaging with inmates in Richmond, I suppose. So less yard time for our inmates after prison scuffle and contraband fine. So following a fracas between correctional officers and an inmate at the Richmond Farm Adult Correctional Center in St. Mary last Sunday, which triggered short-lived rioting by other inmates. Low-risk inmates at the facility are known to be subjected to scheduled yard times to reduce the likelihood of any further flare-ups there. This was announced by Commissioner of Corrections Lieutenant Colonel Gary Rowe, who accompanied the minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security. Me to get it right the first time. Senator Matthew Samuda on a tour of the penal facility last week. The announcement followed the discovery of almost a dozen smartphones. A party I keep over there. Of almost a dozen smartphones and 5 sharp instruments at the correctional institution during a search after the fracas and subsequent uprising. According to a release from the National Security Ministry, Ruel said the inmate who was involved in the scuffle has been treated and released from hospital. The situation is now under control and we await the findings from the investigation. Meanwhile, the low-risk inmates are now subjected to scheduled yard times to prevent further flare-ups, he added. The prison located in the rural St. Mary town of Richmond is a low-risk penal facility which accommodates primarily first-time inmates who are mostly engaged in farming and other agricultural-related activities geared towards their rehabilitation. More than 100 inmates are presently housed at the facility. It was a common feature for our citizens in the community, whether driving or walking by the facility to observe the inmates as they interacted with each other in large numbers in the prison yard. But that may now change with the new restrictions in place following Sunday's dispute that left 4 correctional officers and an inmate injured. Based on preliminary reports, sometime after 11 a.m., correctional officers were conducting a routine search at the facility when an inmate was discovered with a cell phone. Attempts to take custody of the phone reportedly resulted in a physical altercation between the prisoner and the correctional officer. The situation is said to have led to a brief uprising by other prisoners at the facility who objected to the action of the correctional officers. Members of the police force and the Jamaica Defence Force soldiers were subsequently deployed to the facility to bring the situation under control. A wide-scale search of the facility was later conducted, and according to Samuda in a radio interview, 11 smartphones, 3 ice picks, and 2 makeshift knives were found and seized. He further indicated that separate investigations are being carried out into the incident by the National Security Ministry, the Department of Correction Services, and the police, and the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM. Meanwhile, the Ministry of National Security's release indicates that Samuda met with the correctional officers who were injured and have since recovered and have all returned to duty at the Richmond-based facility. The release said Samuda encouraged them to continue being steadfast in their duties and emphasized that the ministry will be implementing more stringent measures to deal with the seizures of contraband in correctional facilities. The minister added that, "I want to commend you for the notable work you do every day, especially now, as you are faced with keeping COVID-19 out of the correctional centers. You all continue to be brave and uphold the law even under trying circumstances." He said the ministry is currently conducting an assessment of correctional centers island-wide to determine areas for modernization and implementation of technology to improve the operations of the Department of Correctional Services. Ah boy, I'm tired. The phone off in a prison from get-go. The correctional officer find the phone, the man decide him not get it. And then the rest of the prisoner them say, yo, him can't take it. So them start fight for. You understand? I don't know, Jaja. Don't know why. Things that way. Good night to the persons who are watching. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a part of the family, big up on yourself. If you did there one time and go and come back, big up yourself, see man. We're not feeling no way about it. Everything good. You understand? Yeah, man. Everybody good, you know. You understand? I love to see my people living in love. You understand? Hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. I win. Big up yourself, brother. Mad. So, peace. I can move on to some more things, you know, because that come. You understand? And nobody come tell me, say, teach you the on lockdown and we're not going to work tomorrow. So you can talk for you all night. It not happen. You see? Biggs Junior charged after allegedly stealing bike in Trelawney. Yeah? 2 men were nabbed in connection with the robbery of a courier's motorcycle on the Jacksontown Main Road in Trelawney on Wednesday, the 8th of April. They have been charged by the police in the parish. Charged with robbery with aggravation are Tashreen Ricketts, 25 years old, otherwise called Biggs, of Civil Estate in St. Ann. Howard Gordon, 31 years old, otherwise called Junior, a labourer of a Hedgill Road district in St. Ann. Reports from the Falmouth police are at about 9 p.m. Ricketts and Gordon allegedly robbed a delivery man of his motorcycle while he rode along the roadway. The alleged robbers attempted to escape, but the Subaru Impreza motor car they were traveling in was intercepted by the police. The duo was charged after a question and answer session with investigators. Their court date is being finalized. Big up to the police them. Yeah, man. St. Catherine fisherman charged with shooting. 21-year-old Renardo Bell, otherwise called Josh, a fisherman of Port Henderson Road in St. Catherine, was on Monday charged with shooting with intent and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. The police reported about 6:40 a.m. on Wednesday, the 8th of January, the complainant was standing along Market Road in Majesty Garden, St. Andrew, when Bell and other men, all armed with firearms, came up and opened gunfire, hitting him. The complainant was taken to hospital where he was treated and later released. Bell was later apprehended and charged after a question and answer session. His court date is being finalized. 18-year-old St. Andrew man charged with murder. So St. Andrew man has been charged for the shooting death of 29-year-old Ezra Bennett of Crescent Road in the parish. 18-year-old Shavar Smith, a barber of Crescent Road, was on Monday charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. The police report at about 4:45 a.m. on Wednesday, November 13, 2019. 3 gunmen entered Bennett's yard and opened gunfire, hitting him several times. He was assisted to hospital where he succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. Smith was pointed out on an identification parade and was charged following a question and answer session. His court date is to be finalized. Man shot dead in Nannyville on Saturday morning. So a man who was shot and killed in Nannyville, St. Andrew last Saturday has been identified as 43-year-old Courtney Monroe, a resident of the community. Ah boy. So the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit said that residents reported hearing explosions about 3:10 p.m. on the day in question. Mr. Monroe's body was later found on the road. No motive has yet been established for the killing. Woman stabs intruder during home invasion. Robbery. Suspected held and charged. Me now have to read this. A man who received several stab wounds from a woman after he reportedly entered her home and attacked her during a robbery has been slapped with several criminal charges by the police. I think he was slapped with a couple stones. Yeah. The accused, 29-year-old Andrew Edwards, a labourer, again, of Gregory Park, St. Catherine, was charged with the offences of burglary, larceny, and unlawful wounding. Allegations are that on Sunday the 22nd of March, at about 3:45 a.m., Edwards entered the woman's house and took possession of items of electronics along with a sum of money. Reports from the police are that the intruder was confronted by the woman while he was still in the house. A tussle ensued between them, during which the intruder reportedly used a pair of scissors to stab the woman on her arm. She, however, retaliated and subsequently stabbed the intruder several times with a knife. Edwards reportedly escaped from the house, but was later found in bushes by the police. He was arrested and was charged after being treated at the hospital for his injuries, the police reported. The police them could have saved him when they find him. Zin, a date for his appearance in court is still being finalized. When he got jail, brother, what you around here for? You know, say me did rob one place, and one woman stabbed me up. And just beat him again. See? Good Friday double murder in Norwood, St. James. I just run me around Tuesday. You realize I'm need for a delve on them things. Good Friday wasn't so good in a Norwood. I never did even try rhyme look a while. Good Friday never so good in a Norwood. Alright, never mind. Yeah. 2 men were shot and killed and another man injured as gunshots barked in the Norwood community of St. James on Good Friday. The dead men have been identified as 33-year-old Dane Walters, otherwise called Des, a mechanic of Hendon, Norwood in the parish, and 48-year-old Roderick Atkins, not sure, a construction worker of Hollywood, Norwood. The injured man has been admitted in hospital. So reports are that about 1:25 p.m. the construction, well, I don't know. Look like there's some typo here. Walters and Atkins were among a group of persons at a business establishment in Norwood when they were approached by men who opened gunfire at them. The police were summoned and upon their arrival, the injured men were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. The two of them were pronounced dead and one admitted for treatment. So personnel from the Montego Hills police are investigating the incident. And the double murder brings to 26 the number of murders that have been recorded in St. James since the start of the year. One of my next places I get it now. Parrot Town. Cops probing double murder in Parrot Town Centre. Well, Pimento Walk was more my place than Parrot Town, but a neighboring communities. See, I've been speaking about Parrot Town and murders for a little bit now. You understand? Like a beer clone of a Parrot Town. The St. Ann police are probing the double murder of 2 men in Parrot Town, just outside Ocherius in the parish on Holy Thursday. The deceased have been identified as 21-year-old Shanarda Gaynor and 29-year-old Omar Beckford, both of Parrot Town. Reports are that about 8 p.m., both men were at a shop near a playfield in the community when armed men approached them. The men opened gunfire hitting Gaynor and Beckford before fleeing the scene. The police were alerted and both injured men were taken to a hospital where they were pronounced dead. Investigators are yet to establish a killing for the motive. And please, you know, normally I just skip all of the murders them in a one. I mix them up tonight. I'm tired. I can't subject myself to so much murders one time. Ex-soldier who publicly killed ex-lover, a nurse, dies in custody. An ex-soldier who was sentenced to 19 years in prison for the shooting death of his ex-girlfriend at a supermarket in St. Anne's Bay, St. Anne in 2017 has died in hospital. The convict, Alvan Chatri, was hospitalized after falling ill while serving time at the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He died after reportedly suffering an heart attack on Thursday. Chatri, who was a resident of Salem in Runaway Bay, St. Anne, pleaded guilty to the offense of murder on the 23rd of October 2018 in relation to the death of 39-year-old Ophelia Wollaston, a nurse who was employed at the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital. The convict, who was 61 years old at the time of his sentencing in the St. Anne's Circuit Court in November of 2018, was ordered to serve 15 years of his sentence before being eligible for parole consideration. Reports are that Wollaston, a mother of 2 young children, went to the St. Anne's Bay police station and filed a report against Chatri just minutes before she was shot dead, only meters away on Friday, October 27, 2017. Her former lover had been issuing several threats against her life after he became jealous of her relationship with another man and was angry that their romance was over. After filing the report, Wollaston went to a nearby supermarket where she was shot by Chatri inside the establishment. The attacker was then employed at a security company. Wollaston later died in hospital. After the shooting, Chatri, still with his licensed Glock pistol in his hand, walked to the police station where he turned himself over to investigators and confessed to the killing. Following his questioning by the police, Chatri, who served 16 years in the Jamaica Defense Force, was charged with murder and remained in custody without bail. In handing down the sentence in November of 2018, presiding High Court Judge Justice Marcia Dunbar-Creed indicated that the fact that Chatri had a decent background and military training, she expected him to have displayed better judgment. She further noted that he allowed his jealousy and his anger to get the better of him. It is understood that Chatry was angered by the circumstances in which Wollaston was reportedly not honest with him during their time together, as she was said to have refused to end the relationship that she had with the father of one of her children while being with Chatry. He had also claimed that the nurse had given him a sexually transmitted disease. However, neither Chatry nor his attorney had put forward any medical evidence to verify that claim. In arriving at the 19-year prison term, Justice Dunbar Green said she took into account that Chatry had pleaded guilty to the murder under the Criminal Justice Administration Provision Act, and at the earliest possible date, which allowed for a reduction in his sentence. Additionally, further discounts to his sentence were given for him having no previous conviction and for having taken responsibility at the very moment he committed the murder by turning himself over to the police. The judge had recommended that during his time in prison, Chatry should undergo counseling as part of his rehabilitation and suggested that his engineering skills should be utilized by the correctional services. Yes, cool and I guess some people will say karma, some will say poetic justice. Horatio Masters, big up yourself in a family. Yeah, David. See? Man's a cardboard soldier. So there you go. We are together again. Why? Ah, boy. Even in these times. Even in these times. I wonder who pin up that pine pan here, sir. Yeah, Ruel. You know, sir. A maritime that our place, you know. You understand? I gotta run a few errands. You see? Yeah, man. You know, Ruel, I say, them way there. Alright. So I go on now. Just I try to interpret that conversation. I must say, watch ya. You know, you run off the ministry. I mean, I go run off over your suckers. You know, food there for eat, you see it. You see that little boat there. I hate to have a birthday party for the cars. You know, we are from the Maroon and you see it. I wonder for the bank there. If it put them up. I don't know. Something, I don't know, yeah, man. Yeah, I go on the reason what I go on and so. No. These two fellows. Teach him a pint for head. The biggest one they ever see. You know what's a Fritz Pinnock head big on for me? In a real life. You understand? Look funny. You see him? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They're a lie, I tell. They're not female bigger than him. Watch it now. These two men have decided to throw down the gauntlet and they will apparently expend every resource at their disposal to avoid going to trial. They were denied by the Supreme Court when they filed an appeal to have a judicial review and to quash the charge against them. So the Supreme Court threw out the application. They then appealed to the Court of Appeal, who on the same day that Vybz Kartel's appeal verdict was handed down, they also handed down an appeal verdict for Ruel, Reid and Fritz Pinnock, throwing it out, saying that they don't see a need for them to be pursuing judicial review when the matter can be heard in the St. Andrew Parish Court and justice is served whichever way. Zin, they now have exercised their constitutional right, Zin, by seeking leave from the Court of Appeal to appeal the Court of Appeal decision in the Privy Council. No. I want to make a look up out of research assessment about the Privy Council situation. Many times, when the Court of Appeals in Jamaica makes a judgment, they oftentimes make said judgment using case laws that were handed down by the Privy Council to guide their decision. May I slow that down and say it again. Out of research, as a matter of fact, I have completed my reading of the 235 pages written judgment in the Vybz Kartel verdict. 235 pages. I will be doing a series of videos about that going forward. I'm not rush that. You understand? The content for in the future. Alright, watch me now. I will say this. Based on research, based on looking at the judgment handed down by the appeals court in the Vybz Kartel ruling, they would have drawn on case files. Case files are cases that would have been completed in the past where similar situations were dealt with. So now, whatever decision the Court of Appeals come to, they would have used case laws, not case file, case laws to guide their decision. And many of these case laws are case laws which originate out of the UK Privy Council. So the long and short of that breakdown is to say that oftentimes, the decision arrived at by the Court of Appeals is normally the decision that the Privy Council may come to, seeing that the appeal court justices would have used the case laws that the same Privy Council will use in an appeal. I just put that out there. See? Again, I am no legal expert. But by doing a little research and doing a little reading and talking to a few people, you learn a few things. Can a case be appealed before it goes to trial? I don't think they're appealing the case. They are filing for a judicial review, based on constitutional breaches. So I don't think I think you can apply for a judicial review. I don't remember the details and the technicalities surrounding that still, because I don't want to say nothing and I not qualify for them things. You understand? Alright. Watch this now. Reid and Pinnock are seeking to take the Court of Appeal ruling to the Privy Council. I'm going to take off my glass a little bit. I just want to hold a slight little reason. Not big enough, there's a small reason. There's a small reason. Ruel Reid was a part of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party administration. Ruel Reid would have been among legislators and policymakers for certain laws, especially educationally. Is Ruel Reid suggesting to me that he has no faith in the justice system, a part of which he was involved for a long time? Because, look at this, I may have said this. If Ruel Reid and Fritz Pinnock are so adamant that they are innocent of all the charges of corruption, misappropriation of funds, embezzlement, fleecing, thieving, the works. If they are so innocent, why not simply let the case go through the justice system and they will be vindicated? See? Remember, in all of the motions filed, whether to the Supreme Court or to the Appeals Court, not once was it mentioned that Ruel, Reid, or Fritz Pinnock are innocent. These are being filed on the technicality, say they were arrested by persons who don't have the power to arrest them. That is all they are appealing, Say the man them from the FID don't have the authority to arrest them because them are not police officer. Not because I am innocent, Your Honor, but because the man will arrest me, never fi arrest me. And just like other popular appeals in recent times, it is all based on technicalities. You see? But who am I? I'm just one local teacher youth from humble roots. Watch out now. Attorney representing the men. Alright, let me read this. The quest to have criminal charges against former Education Minister Ruel Reid. Professor Fritz Pinnock, and again I have nothing against Ruel Reid, I have nothing against Fritz Pinnock. I just want to know if poor people money was used and taxpayers money, including mine, was used. We want it back, and if them trouble it, them fi pay for. Argument done. We not busy with no guy. We don't got nothing against no guy in a blue tie. We just a say, Zane, the people that may thief poor people money, buy. You understand? Nothing else. Argument done. Zane? The quest to have criminal charges against former Education Minister Ruel Reid and President of the Caribbean Maritime University Professor Fritz Pinnock quashed is set to enter a new phase as the men seek to take their case to the island's final court, the UK Privy Council. Attorney representing the men, Hugh Wildman, on Thursday filed an application in the Court of Appeal seeking leave to go to the UK Privy Council. So if leave is granted, it means it ain't gonna drag out for a long time because you know the coronavirus situation. Normally it takes about a year for the application process to go through, and then it's gonna take one next whole heap a long time. So is this a deliberate strategy for draw out the thing so poor people can't win? What a thing. They are seeking to have the recent judgment by the Court of Appeal, which denied their application to grant leave to the appeal a ruling by the Supreme Court last month overturned. A date is to be set for the application to be heard in the Court of Appeal. The full court of the Supreme Court on Monday, the 2nd of March, denied an application to grant leave for a review of the criminal charges against both men. The full panel, comprising Justice David Batts, Chester Stamp, and Stephanie Jackson Hazley, also refused an application for a Wildman to appeal its decision. The Court of Appeal has also refused an application for a stay of criminal proceedings. So a stay of criminal proceeding means that the trial can't go forward. That is what the man them want, In the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court, pending the determination of the application for permission to appeal the decision of the full court. Additionally, the court also awarded costs to the Financial Investigations Division, which has been the focus of the various applications for judicial reviews of the charges against the two men. So, Ruel Reid and Fritz Pinnock had to pay for the legal fees of the FID. Are good. During the Supreme Court here, you remember when Hugh Wildman come out, big press conference, this case will collapse and my clients will be vindicated, and said and go for. Right. During the Supreme Court hearing of the matter in February of this year, Wildman had presented arguments which challenged the corruption charges that have been laid against his clients. The attorney argued that the police officers who charged his clients were authorized officers of the FID. This action, he argued, was unlawful, as the FID does not have the authority to criminally charge anyone. Right now, any taxpayer can lock them up. But never mind. Attorneys for the FID countered those arguments, contending that the men were not arrested or charged by the FID. The same argument was mounted before the Court of Appeal. In its 22-page decision, I have not seen the written judgment for that case here. I want to see it. The appeal court explained that the refusal to allow the application to grant leave to appeal the full court's decision was based on the fact that the accused men had other options before them to seek to have their criminal charges dismissed. The option, I read it. I think I read it, you know. I did start with, I remember. The option the Court of Appeal said was through the parish court. In this case, there is clearly an alternative remedy. So the Court of Appeal has said, look here, on go to trial and make the chips fall where they may. The alternative process is to pursue the criminal proceedings in the halfway tree parish court. The application dealing with these issues is set before the parish court judge on the 8th of April 2020. See, wrote Justice Hilary Phillips on behalf of the Court of Appeal panel that also comprised Justice Dennis Morrison and Nicole Simmons. In my view, it is certainly well within the powers of the parish court judge to analyze and determine these issues. The parish courts in Jamaica have extensive jurisdiction, and parish court judges are called upon to adjudicate on very complex and important criminal and other matters. An argument could not be sustained that the parish court is an inferior court lacking the requisite competence to deal with the issues pertaining to statutory interpretation of any allegation of abuse of the court's process, Phillips further wrote. In further explaining the Court of Appeal's decision, she submitted that it should also be noted that the applicant failed to comply with the requirements of Rule 56, Point 3, subsection 3, section D, wow, may I get lawyerish, you know, of the Civil Procedure Rules of 2000, which provides that the applicant for a judicial review in his application must state whether an alternative form of redress exists, and if so, why judicial review is more appropriate, or why the alternative has not been pursued. So them never write say they can actually go a trial through the parish court as that's the next option. They never write that as the next option because them just want to throw it. They don't want to go in a court. She continued that, as said before, it is clear that an alternative remedy existed, which is more appropriate and is still available to the applicants. In all these circumstances, the applicants would have failed in their attempt to persuade the court that their appeal have a real chance of success, and would therefore refuse the application for permission to appeal the full court's decision, refusing an application for a leave to seek judicial review, and the conclusion that there is alternative redress cannot be faulted, argued Justice Phillips. Reid, his wife Sharon, and his daughter Cheryl, along with Pinnock and Brownstown Division Councillor Kim Brown Lawrence, are facing a number of criminal charges following a corruption probe in relation to the Education Ministry and the CMU. Reid and Pinnock are facing the bulk of the charges. They are charged with breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act, conspiracy to defraud, misconduct in a public office at common law, and breaches of the Proceeds of Crimes Act. Sharon Reid and her daughter, as well as Brown Lawrence, are all charged with possession of criminal property and conspiracy to defraud. The five were granted bail when they first appeared in court on the 10th of October last year, one day after they were arrested in coordinated pre-dawn raids across 3 parishes, and were subsequently charged by the police. The cases against the 5 co-accused are still before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. So, in my humble opinion assessment, without legal training, this is a delay tactic, Zane. I can see what is going on here, Zane. It seems that a lot of money is available for these legal battles and appeals. Zane, so them have to pay costs to the FID recently and thing for the Privy Council. Hey, Sexy TK, how are you, Empress? Haven't seen or spoken to you in a little bit. Hope you are okay. Zane, when if the appeal court grants them leave to appeal its ruling, which they don't have to, it means that they will now have to employ attorneys in the UK. A lot of more money. Yo, boy, interesting. Yo, this look like it'll cost about $52 million. I don't know. You want to look so? And Anderson, blessings in the family. Hope all is well. Alright, Kayla and Gran. Good night, Kayla and Gran. Big up on yourself. Zane? Yeah, man. Big up to the people that were dislike. This is alright. Right now, we have to get 183 people because enough people like a stream already. So right now, we don't lose. We don't know. You can't dislike you and then, we don't know. Every day really matter. You understand? As I said in the poem recently, that some DJs must get man program wrong. But never mind. It's not that I say. It's like some man love be a liar. Yes, and it's and I say when entertainers run afoul of the law, we complain to the system and fight them. System and fight ghetto youths. You understand? I have long contended that the artists might fight themselves. Yes, and I say that with no apologies, and I'm prepared to not apologize to a soul for that. Who are vexed about that? I saw you go. The evidence is there. You understand? I did a video once that points out to many Jamaicans who have run afoul of the law, who have either been charged, tried, convicted, or arrested, and all of them something. The video is on YouTube. They can go watch it. Yes, and what did the next video about Jamaicans who would have been arrested overseas for running afoul of the law again. Artists me attack. So, and I just Jamaica, well, I don't know still, but you know, we know a little thing going on with Elephant Man. Zane and thing. He is scheduled to appear in court soon. He has drawn for one of the go-to guys, Christopher Townsend. Elephant Man retains attorney Christopher Townsend in immigration case. Dancehall artist Elephant Man is scheduled to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court in Halfway Tree on April 24 for allegedly making false declarations when arriving in the island earlier in March. The DJ has secured legal representation from a high-profile attorney at law, Christopher Townsend. We have not looked at a strategy for Elephant Man as yet, as I was just retained yesterday. But we will be taking full instructions from Elephant Man regarding the case. We know that a lot of his tour dates were cancelled, so we don't know whether the allegations that he went all over the place are correct. And we will be taking full instruction from his booking agents to see whether he has ever breached any at all, Townsend said on Thursday. According to the police report, Elephant Man, given name O'Neil Bryan, arrived at the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay in early March along with members of his team and was asked to declare the countries he visited. Elephant Man was also on tour in Europe but did not declare all the countries he was in, which is an immigration requirement. At the time, the Jamaican government had put in place safety measures at ports should persons who travel outside the country contract the coronavirus. And them something there. So Ellie decides him declared to nobody nothing because him the drop asleep. Sorry for that. You see it? Yeah, man. And things. So, I don't know still. Him and draw for Townsend. Townsend say him and go check for see if the man did a violation any at all. Because, right now. But we don't talk about the fact say about $100 for the fine there still. Making wrong declaration, false declaration to customs, a $100 fee. So, nothing to see here still. I don't know if them change, but never mind. Yo, Jamaica, it's like we curse because it's either we are the best or we are the worst. Someone not easy. It's like them a run down the earth with them pocket mine or them purse thirst. Someone on them menses are just some weak fences. Them think them smart, but them lack all senses. Me see the one bad boy Trevor turn mad boy Trevor. Swear him smooth and think him clever. The man call up some shorty and a keep pool party. Well, it's more of a fool party because them life it could have cost it. Me I tell you the truth. Me I wonder if I brave them brave. If some man are just some real pum slave. It's like a them grave, them a crave. A COVID them a take for joke. And see them now, them in up a coat. Garfield Reid did a move with speed. This him couldn't believe. So him pull off with such great ease. So the party a kick. And him a go and breeze. Pon the poolside, him a go on all the vibes. Thinking everything Chris. And the system him this. But him never realize. Said this one, the police them never miss. The cops run in, but them never find a machine. Just over 50 adults. I behave like some preteen. It was a girl farm Sunday. We send them a prison Monday. Up a plantation nights, them try pull their eyes. But bad boy Trevor and him friend pay the ultimate price. Liquor gets seized, freedom gets squeezed. Now, bad boy Trevor in a familiar spot. You don't know that a dunk on him knees. It's like the man them not learn. Yo, the man them not show no concern. I better things change when them freedom or pocket burn. Now the other day me see Ellie, pon the socials, in the paper, pon the telly, with a lame apology. I try sell it. The man waste him energy at the folly, then turn round and a ball say him sorry. It's like the man rob Harry and turn toddler. Big man a tell lie pan declaration paper. Yo, the elephant flying and say quarantine enough for him. Well, as far as me concerned, we need a zoo to lock him in. And if the cops don't want to move in, we just call in, right again. You see? Yeah, Jaja. So early situation that. I could move on to one situation where some people get them panties all in a bunches over. More time. I don't know why still. I don't know why. Oh, why? But we talk about some things. Cause alright, I could talk about that one there first. I don't know the Dexta situation. Dexta is currently still in police custody. He's been held at the Hunts Bay police station where I get to understand. You know, same job for the go-to man. Champagne the done. You understand? And them things, let me see if I this. Yeah, so he is spending another weekend in custody. So popular dancehall artist Dexta Daps will have to spend another week in in police custody. This after his lawyer Peter Champagne filed a writ of habeas corpus in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, I think. It was brought to the court's attention that Dexta was being detained pursuant to the state of public emergency that is in operation in the Seaview Gardens area and South St. Andrew Police Division by extension, where he was picked up. So his correct name, Louis Anthony Grandison, I'm not sure if they pronounce it Louis or Louis, but not sure, was taken into police custody last Wednesday by detectives from the St. Andrew South Police Division and the Major Investigations Division, following what law enforcement authorities described as an investigation that has been going on for some time. However, he remains detained because the arresting officers were absent from the hearing. Champagne said, however, to be fair to the officers, it was a result of the fact that the service of the writ was, in a manner of speaking, short-served because of the prolonged Easter weekend. And following the arrest, Champagne expressed reservations with reference to what he deemed as an unsettling trend where people are detained for extended periods under the state of emergency. In response to that, I indicated that I had some misgivings as to the sincerity of that. And I indicated that I wanted to demonstrate through the facts and legal argument why it is that I held that view. So the court, having heard what it is that I had to say, adjourned the matter for Monday, the 20th of April, when full arguments will be presented and when it is that the police will be expected to be in attendance. He also said that throughout all of this, his client has been consistent. He continues to state categorically that he is innocent of any wrongdoings. He is very apprehensive, anxious to be released from custody, as he has a number of contractual obligations to complete, notwithstanding the fact that the stage shows and various live shows have been put on hold. Champagne continued, as you would appreciate, there is still video shooting to be done. Okay. There are still contracts to be reviewed. Yeah, fair, fine. and other discussions to be pursued in terms of business in the aftermath of the COVID situation. Ms. Jen Sawyers, good night, Embrace. Thank you so much for the contribution. Really and truly appreciate the generosity. Hope you and the family are okay. So that's the Dexta Daps situation and thing. And as I say now, back to the story where I say, generally get some people's panties in a bunch. You understand? And some people, we don't know, just lose them senses. You understand? When the topic here come up and people get dark and their mouth kind of start frat and tell people off and all sort of things. But we don't really choose the news. We just have, you understand? And not taking any credit, but I stated before now, the same day that the judgment was handed down, that based on the statements made by the appeals court on the possibility of a sentence reduction, re-time served, I had said then that in my estimation, understanding, analysis, that 2 years and 6 months will be shaved from the sentences. So said, so done. I mean, there's nothing to take any credit for. It was there. Them say it. If they just have little sense and listen, you would have picked that up as well. Yeah, so I know enough sensible people me talk to. Everything. Kartel will be eligible for parole in 2046. Convicted dancehall star Vybz Kartel has had 2.5 years shaved off the prison time he will have to serve before he becomes eligible for parole. His co-convicts, entertainer Sean Storm, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John, also had their parole eligibility period reduced by 2.5 years. The ruling was handed down by the appeal courts today. It comes 2 weeks after a panel of 3 appeal court judges dismissed Kartel's application to have his murder conviction tossed. Kartel, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, Sean Storm, whose real name is Sean Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John were convicted in March of 2014 for the murder of Clive Z. Williams in August of 2011. All 4 men were given the mandatory life sentences. However, retired High Court Judge Justice Lennox Campbell, who presided over the trial, ordered that Kartel should serve a minimum of 35 years in prison before he became eligible for parole. Campbell and Jones were each ordered to serve 25 years before being eligible for parole, while St. John's parole eligibility period was set for 30 years. The Court of Appeal, in dismissing the appeal on April 3rd, insisted that except in one instance, the sentences imposed by the judge, in this case, Campbell, cannot be said to have been excessive to such an extent as to call for the court's intervention. However, in its ruling today, the court said it considered that Campbell may have erred by not giving consideration to any time the 4 men spent in custody while awaiting trial. With Kartel's sentencing being reduced to 32 years and 6 months, serving from April 3rd, 2014, the dancehall entertainer is looking at the possibility of parole in 2046. See? Another thing that people tend to confuse, KD Vibes, blessings from KD Vibes production in Miami. Empress KD, how are things on the ground, mommy? With the whole coronavirus situation. I sincerely hope that you and the family are okay. And I also really and truly appreciate the contribution. Let me say something again. And this is out of simple sharing information and facts. See? So, calm down. And that is a reference to the clowns. I'm serious when I say that now. Even though it says that Kartel becomes available to apply for parole in 2046, it doesn't mean so when 2046 come, Kartel will be released from prison. Or St. John, when for them time come, or Madsus, or Madsus or St. John, Kyra or Shansa. 35 to life means you may become eligible for a parole, but for whatever reason, the correctional services do not deem you fit for parole, and you will continue to serve out your life sentence. So getting a sentence that says 35 to life don't mean that as you serve 35 years, you walk out of prison. It means you will serve 35 years, then become eligible for parole. Then the application is made. The parole board views your application based on behavior. They decide whether or not you should be placed on parole. Again, for the persons out there who are misleading the public, just like how there were persons out there who made videos left, right, and center. So the day when the appeal done is the day when the artist will be freed. As it done, we are correct them people there. Just as I had said 2 years ago, almost 2 years, that there have been appeal cases that takes up to 2 years before a judgment is handed down. It was about 2 or 3 months shy of 2 years. But when we speak, people don't listen because we are not emotionally attached to the situation, and all we are simply presenting is the facts. So people are interested in that. See, and because so what them want to say, you have to go S that or S them and S them the people there. You understand? And you have B that and P that and them, something there. But we're good with that. See, I am an educator by profession. I was trained to educate and to correct. And it would be remiss of me if I did not do so. When those persons were making said videos, I did a video explaining to people that is not how the appeal process works. As a matter of fact, I did a video explaining the appeal process, but nobody not watch it because nobody not interested in that. Then I did a video also stating that appeal hearings, and based on the nature of this one, which is they were appealing the verdict for the longest trial in the history of the country, 65 days with 4 accused. It would have taken a long time for the appeal justices to review all the information present, but people weren't listening. Again, for the persons who have been told that because the sentence is 35 to life, it means as 35 years done, the prison doors will be open and the entertainer will walk out. That is not the case. 35 to life means that after serving 35 years, the entertainer becomes eligible for parole hearing. When the application for parole is placed in front of the parole board, they will adjudicate as to whether or not the person should be given parole. If parole is denied, then the artist, just like anybody else in similar situation, will just continue to serve out their sentence. In his case, it is a life sentence. I am just putting the correct information out there. See? Without any emotion, any attachment, just the simple facts. So just get that. Zane, Kobe best fan, big up yourself and the family. Really and truly I appreciate that. Zane, Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, good night teacher and classmates. You know, say, I'm so stressed. I go sleep and just wake and realize it's still hard. Auntie Millie, calm down, man. Be still and relax. You understand? And take care of yourself and Mr. Mac. You understand? Yeah, man. This too shall pass. You understand? I know it's rough mentally, emotionally, financially, but we have to find a way to ride out the storm. Because eventually, there will be a calm. You see? Yeah, man. I just saw a thing go. See? So that is the situation. And as I told you before, I have been reading the written judgment, 235 pages. I am through. I will be doing a series of videos, as you can imagine. You understand? Not rushing anything, but the videos will come. See, that is the situation. No surprises, as I but they telling us not to quote me still, but based on assessment, it would be a 2.5 years reduction, and so said, so done. The lawyers stated that they will seek leave from the Court of Appeal to appeal to the Privy Council. You know that process will take a little bit of time, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. So Ocean Sam feel now for not taking the deal. Only Sean can tell that, brother. Yeah, so let me say, I guess them say loyalty to the fullest. So it goes still. One of them things. Peeps, I eat that, When I do the thing tonight, yeah, son. Just quick and fast. So we have to wrap up on the COVID situation. Peeps, it thing rough. See? I know that the Prime Minister had said that the lockdown in St. Catherine would be for a week. But based on all things considered, that will more than likely. Zane, where you say, Teach, look like you and Paul are drinking buddies. No, if Paul was my drinking buddy, me the interview already, because I think Paul have a story for share, and I think I want to document our story one of them days here. You understand? It's just that, brother. The end of the day, what I do without fear of people's opinion. I do it without any form of subjectivity. I may be of a particular view or opinion, but I'm trying to make that cloud my judgment. I just put the facts out there. Some people appreciate it, some people will not. You understand me? I say the reality is that more people than you think appreciate it. And people when I dislike the stream now and appreciate it. But I just say a thing go. You understand? We have about 157,000 subscribers. So it means something not work. And you have some people out there who appreciate it. You understand me? I say so a thing go. Then we don't really worry with it. You understand? We know some people take a thing personal and some people take a thing on an emotional level. But at the end of the day, brother, the information is the information. When you share the information, it may seem like you are anti this or anti that. You understand? Yeah, man. But the only thing that I am anti is misinformation. So I'll take the opportunity to put the balance out there. And we don't really care who now are here. I just the reality that. You understand what I say? And as I said, big up to the people that when dislike the stream. It means you see works, you understand, you just not like it, but you see it, and me feel good about that, you see it. So, you not really hurt the thing, brother or sister. There are waste of time when you do that. You understand? When you come on for dislike a thing, it means I want more view that recorded, look a bit more watch time, and probably when you open the stream or advertisement runs, so we make a few cents. So, I mean still a win. You understand? Yeah, man, we have to go get the whole family for dislike. And you hold on a friend. It ain't make no sense. I waste no time. You see me? Yeah, man. So, peeps, big up on yourself. I have been trying to work on a little thing to replace the interviews for Sundays. Starting this Sunday, I'm not sure if it's going to work out for this Sunday yet. I have been trying, I think kind of rough. As I would have told you, I would have stopped the interviews over a month ago. I think we had our first case on the 10th confirmed, and I stopped the interviews the following Tuesday. That would have been the I don't know, 15th or 16th of March. I think that's the last time I did an interview. So you know what I think. So the interviews them kind of done, but we still try. I don't know another Sunday slot there. We are try a little thing. I'm not telling you exactly what it is yet, but we are try. Not sure it will be ready for this week. Sunday, but we'll see how it goes. Still not the bonfire since we probably have to do everything next week and them something there. Most of the days I just do a 1 and 2 video and try to get some sleep. But I've just been feeling exhausted as I tell you. So you know what I think. And things. So I don't know. Tomorrow is Saturday for the St. Catherine people. It is the second shopping day for the week. As inconvenient as that is, you just have to try and make it work the best way. run into the supermarket and fight each other over bread. Zane and thing. Teach, you have to say don't about CXC. Love the word. Blessings, Jerome Pringle. I'm not sure I understand the part about the CXC thing still. Zane. But what were there? Bonfire Thursday, my day off. You them won't be Wednesday, no Peter. So I don't know still, but we see it go. We see it go. But probably I forgot move bonfire to the nights when more people are in tune. I'm not sure yet. The thing with the evening streams is that if there's a press conference by the government, Zane, if there's a press conference by the government on any day in the week, I will stream, rebroadcast the press conference and share whatever other developments are there. So I'm not sure that is a thing. And you know say, well, I don't know say, but we say go. You understand? And thing. Dislikes is a comment. They are vital to your earnings. Them alright, man. Them is good, man. I just saw them express themselves because I guess them tired to tell them about my mother, you know, and them sit there. So I don't know. Everything good. Zane. One more hour. Oh, no, alright, you know. You understand? Me I talk from 8:30, I know 11 o'clock. I still want me to talk. Zane. And boy, I wanna stay bad though. I'm gonna share a few I poem them and then I talk to you a little bit and then you see me. I think we have 4 poems now. I share the elephant poem earlier. See, me do one about one next brother from Dongso. Zane. And then me do let me see if I can share that one day night time being. And then so I go on and thing. You know, me actually come in the intentions and I'm going to set up a phone line tonight, but then I couldn't bother with that again either, yeah, man. Because, as I say, for some strange reason, quite a number of things in the studio decide, say, one of the lights I use, like my green screen, the bass smash up. See, my camera did give problem. I spend a lot of time today to try to rectify the camera. It work now. You understand? Alright, so then I see webcam. See, some of the little knickknacks I go bad in a camera. The optical cable I use with my monitor speakers, that now work. I don't know, I do some little things. Zane and thing. I just work still. I'm Murphy's Law. You understand? Where the next poem my name? Zane. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. See. Another weak fence just hit the trench. Another big man have got rope court bench. This man from West end up in a mess. Take the laugh a joke and I hit him try test. Mr. Xavier and Pattison never did I listen. So right now him freedom missing. Him create a voice note and it start float. Catch a piece of fire with a whole heap of smoke. Nuff take him serious. Some did say a joke. Some say him the junk or he must depend coke. Now here we go on. The man raise my alarm. Say Westmoreland got locked down before dawn. Many start panic, nuff nearly vomit. Some people hold them head and a ball out, god damn it. Nuff couldn't keep calm, man fly like a supermarket and run left them farm. People get scared when them hear. Nuff get worried, cause them never prepare. Some couldn't believe the COVID that's near. Imagine the hysteria, just pre the fear. The man at 37 and a behave like a youth. The man a make story and even know the truth. From the tree of lie, him name the fruit. Now we choke him, what a brute. The man say from the Attorney General, him get the text. The Attorney General say a lie and she get vexed. You know the story, you know the rest. Them name him a person of interest. The man start worry, the man start stress. Turn himself in and him them arrest. Public mischief, I saw the charge name. Him have to hold it, him can't complain. Now him famous, but him fame lame. Yes, him go viral, but him name get stained. Them say I go dog, worry sheep. Him chat up him mouth and skin off him teeth. What him sow, that him reap. Now, a liar fee, him a seek, and that not cheap. Plus the fine, may not be kind, is about $1 million. This one, and no bills. And even still, in a jail, he might have to chill. And not him alone, and move like clown. Get up every day, do crap on them phone. It a go on a country, it a go on in a town. But it's getting well known. When the smoke clear and it all boils down. If you make news reviews, you are gonna lose.
Teach them.
Thanks, Kerry baby. Julian, say me if upgrade me. Julian, I think I spend too much money on equipment, brother. May I tell you that? See, I was looking at my camera today and I say, yo, I gotta just change my camera, but I can't do that yet. I soon tell you what. Thanks again, Auntie Millie, teach, or all this cartel. I think I'm a 40, you know. I'm a 40 a little bit, you know. I'm not sure. I think he turned 40 recently. Zane, somebody in here can correct me upon that. But I think he turned 40 not so long ago. You understand? So Julian, brother, I think I might be, you know, creators normally go down one look at tunnel where them spend too much money for equipment. I might have done that in the past, or probably still doing that. The reality is that everything me purchase, me use still. The camera that I stream with is a Panasonic Lumix G7. See, you know, 4K capabilities and stuff. It's a mirrorless camera and stuff, very light and thing, and it does the job. I am a Canon person, see? I have been thinking of upgrading it to a Canon DSLR. And the Canon DSLR that I would upgrade it to is a 90D. The story about the 90D, oh, somebody said my 44. Okay, a 42, I'm not sure. Currently, I shoot the interviews on a 80D and a T7i. So the 80D is the main camera, the T7i is the B camera. Zane, but the 80D or the T7i, none of them don't have clean HDMI output. So them not really fit for stream like that. You have to go put them on manual focus and a lot of things. The 90D though has clean HDMI output. Zane, it is 4K capable, even though I not go streaming at 4K, I stream in 1080p. Some people still are streaming at 720, but I don't have time for that. Zane, and thing, but I recently purchased two 90Ds to be the interview cameras, camera 1 and camera 2. The intention of that is that I want both cameras to be the same, so the image quality look the same from cam A to cam B. The only difference is that the main lens is a Sigma 18-35 1.8, seeing while the B cam has a lens, I think it's a Sigma 17-50 2.8. So I probably will have to buy another 18-35 to make everything look identical. Seeing same colors, everything. You understand? So that is just a part of the upgrade. The thing with the 90Ds is that them come with a lot of Ds, a lot of dollars. See, so a 90D without a lens, because me just buy the body alone, see, is about $1,200 for one, US. So me really and truly can't. I'm glad that the camera come on back and also, because I actively would have to go look into one. But eventually I want to upgrade to a 90D for my streaming camera. One of them time in the future when I treat myself. Yeah, son, and thing. Okay, fans, drop the dollar on your top vlogger. Need equipment. See, so we've been taking the time with the COVID situation to retool. Zane, for the interviews. I also need to change my lapels for the wireless kits to some more professional ones, better sounding, and some smaller ones were easier to hide than them big old one that will choke me sometimes. But them they're not cheap neither. I think one of them, sorry guys, it's about, about 300 and mash. Say I look for about $700 for a pair. So down the road, soon and very soon. We also bought 2 external monitors for the interview setup, because you see sometimes they look at LCD screen for your camera with tricky. Everything will look good, and when you put it on your computer, it's blown out. So we purchased 2. I will look at it. I know people always say, teach, don't tell people where you buy and them something there. I share with my family because I don't know where I go on, and we always reinvest. You understand? Remember, we start out in our living room out there, so we do a roll back of our head with a phone, with Note 4. And now we can do most things. We're very versatile. You understand? We voice over, we go on camera, we stream, we interview people. We can do a portion of things, most things. We cover events, the works. You understand? That is just progress and thinking down the road, and not just thinking in at the moment and just waste the local money. You understand? As I said before, I have been very blessed. Seeing where I have many persons on the channel who have contributed immensely to the acquiring and the acquisition of certain things and things. I think we need a backup mic. So the mic that is, so this is a Audio Technica AT 2020, I think. So this is my voiceover mic. This is the mic that when I stream, so me now, you know, see no mic in my frame, I block my view and them something there, everything clean. This is how I like my setting. You know, see no whole heap and nothing back on me and nothing on my screen and clean. That is just my personality. Me just like when things look clean. You understand? Simple and clean. So that is what works for me. So what thing good, lighting, them light here. Me go move them to come. Me replace them with the smaller key lights and them light here I go set up for regular shooting in the studio when me I go. I will heap of little things, man. One day me I go do a studio tour phone, you know. I have always wanted to do one of that, but people as a teach not do it because people are going to target and rob it. Look here, in Jamaica, no matter what you do, whether they see it or they not see it, then we can rob you same way. Right or no? You understand? It is, I think for me, a show to youths out there who want to start something, for just start it. Zine? It no matter what people are going to say to you, start a thing, and out of a simple idea, great things can happen. You understand? Great things can happen. Susie, Hinkel, good night. Keep it up. I'll try Empress. Thanks, Kerry. So we still have a screenshot. Zine? So I them look at things that work for me. I don't want to say me talk. I look at some I talk. You understand? So I said I've been retooling. The only thing now is that you know you purchase the things online. I shop on Amazon almost 100%. Every now and then I buy a thing over eBay, but I don't really trust eBay like that still. So I am an Amazon purchaser. So generally I want two things. Generally I ship them out through a particular shipping company and they are delivered to my home and stuff. You pay for that. Customs kind of be too bad sometimes. But bigger items, you normally find out when somebody a come down and them carry it down for you. But when I purchased the cameras recently, they were actually on sale. And me I said, I make that sale pass me, you know. So I actually purchased them, had them shipped to the shipping company, and they are currently in transit. I know them are going to breed me down at customs, but it's what it is. The people that do the shipping for me, them know the thing and them know some more time, then me get a discount and them try, you know, friend them know a customs, so balance the thing a little and not pressure the thing a little. But you know what thing go, we still do what we have to do because that's how the thing go. So we've been a retool. Take what time I set up the studio some more while we're there home. You understand? Still not finished set up the podcast setup back around here. So I'm soon sure that we'll do one day. One day I'm gonna do a setup video, man. I know the Oxygen asked earlier if I the rain with the Admiral Tibet interview and mash up the gear. No, man. None of the gear we have a problem now was outside. A studio things in here. Seeing the device on my tech phone call through, that seemed like it had a problem. So I have been doing research. Seeing? Teacher, your name good, man. No, I don't think them use my name, you know. It's just for them association and relationship with customs people, them they know them probably, you know, and them ship things every week as a shipping company. So them, you know what I mean? Them play them cars and it probably work out to benefit me and them something there. So, but some things me just have to wait till people are come down when me trust and ask them to bring down for me. You understand? So, but you know sometimes some things you can't wait upon and you have to just ship it and them something there. Would you consider refurbished equipment at 40% off? It depends, and it depends on who refurbish it 876. Zine, so if it is OEM refurbished, Zine, me nah no issue with that. Or if it's Amazon refurbished, then but depends on who refurbish it still. But sometimes I just prefer spend the money, go new, and it take me through. You understand what I say? So we don't know still, but me purchase things renewed, yes. Depends on who do it. You understand? And thing. So at the end of the day, peeps, it is like me look the other day and me said to myself, say, yo, but me really and truly proud of how me reach in that I have built this channel working a full-time job. Zine, I just sling on my yard from day one and say I'm going to build a YouTube channel. Since I was a teacher before I started my YouTube channel, I am still a teacher. How long that will last is up for discussion, but we'll see how it goes. Probably out of wanting to, help and give back, I may extend my stay considering the whole coronavirus situation and what the students would have probably lost. So that may be a contributing factor to any decision going forward. But I am very pleased with my growth, Zine. I may not be growing as fast as I was a year or so ago, or growing as fast as I wish I was growing, but we still give thanks. We still grow, we're still growing, we still get an average of 3,000 subscribers on a monthly. That's an average. Some months you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000. Depends on what go on. When I really get involved in the Looney Tunes and goons behavior, where we get up and we upload everything and every source and every gossip and what we not do that. If we were doing that, the channel would then probably have more viewers and subscribers. But we decide what work for we and what work for we. You understand? We keep it on a level and we still do exceptionally well. You see? And we give thanks. And as I say, my channel cater for working class people. You understand? Intelligent people. People where work. That's important. You understand? This is $1 million channel where I talk about. See? So, we give thanks to the people them who have become attracted to the brand, who have become attracted to the channel. You understand? And we give thanks to every single person, irrespective of what your contribution is. If you watch one single video, you're important. If you comment on a single video, you're important. Not to mention the people that watch every video and comment on every video and like every video and share every video. You understand what I said? Then you have some people, them hard earn money. Them say teach all this. Like since night, we see O'Neill Street. We see Miss Jen Sawyer, we see KD Vybz, Kobe Best Fan, Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, see a portion of time, and Susie Enke, a portion of time, plus the people them will contribute via PayPal, plus the Patreons them. The Patreons them not really enough like one time, but we understand. But we give thanks. There are still persons who contribute monthly over by Patreon. We give thanks to that said speed. So we have been blessed, people. We have been blessed. YouTube has been a blessing. Seeing man like James Bond, where they run from day one, did understand the plan. You understand? And despite the fact that we did probably start out struggling and, a lot of things was all over the place. And we kind of see a vision. And remember the first comment where James Bond left on the channel, him say, yo, I'll be Prime Minister of the country one day. That was his exact words. And he has never left the channel. You understand? Sometimes him busy and him something and family grew and him something. But our general, you understand? Shit something in from Australia. And I know that can clear from 2011. I have to start use a good name. Teach them. Yeah, man. No, man. When we ship things, normally, if the before the COVID situation, if the items get to the warehouse by the Wednesday, they would come in by the Friday, they clear on Friday, and they deliver by Saturday. So it's normally very quick. You understand? Very quick turnaround. And one of the things why I use that company is because a former student of mine is an employee there. And he is the normal. I'm telling you something else selecting on my most recent foray in the selecting world. He was the one who used to do the mixing and we run off a talkaphone. You understand? Make a girl and dash out themselves and dash themselves and do some things and you know what I mean? Because when we know it's a problem, if we ever have a teach them link up, me I go on a set. You understand? And same Shellmatic, I go be the person mixing. And I entertain them, man. No, teacher. Yo, KD Vybz, you're most welcome, Empress. You understand? So, he works with that company. So, out of wanting to support him and his company, we did that. But there's also another company that I am a shareholder in, Mailpack. I will probably start utilizing them as well and see how, for support my company because I have shares in that and them something there. Deneva Codner, thank you so much, Empress. Really and truly appreciate it. Saying, look like DeAndre will get some rest now. DeAndre, pick up yourself in a broski. You see me? So we still a bill. We still I try to set the thing on a level. You understand? There are a few other things I would have recently, a few months ago, it's still, because I had sent that to somebody who was supposed to be coming down, but then I reach a yard. It's a device where I can set up and stream from anywhere. Only thing we need is a we call that is a SIM card with unlimited internet access or internet connection, and it's just a beautiful device that would have cost about $1,150 US. We didn't even get that in our hand yet. See, it will also benefit the interview set because it can switch from camera to camera, and we might end up doing that. Scotty, I forgot to do that. So switching in edit, like that, would then cut that totally. So we buy something sometime for some future use, and them things. I might add a third camera to the interview set in the future with a automatic slider to get some, cinematic shots and some little different things. But we're taking with time. You understand? We just a build a thing on a level and I take with time when I climb. You understand? Because we're in this for the long haul, and as I'm telling you, back in the day, late in 2016, I did a video, and in that video I said, in a few years, the Teach Them channel will be the best channel visually and audio-wise out of Jamaica, operated by a single person. I have gone a far way in improving the looks of the channel. I mean, my looks can't change, You understand? So we don't even talk about that part there, because we just win with that. See, but the looks of the channel, graphics-wise, editing, Zane, I would have spent a lot of money improving the editing capabilities in terms of computer, in terms of Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro itself at $300 for enough people don't know that. The only good thing is a one-time payment. Would have bought many plugins. Some of them would even use them most of the time, but you know what thing go. Graphics-wise, big up Richard Dan. Bomba. You know, security also feeling rich if you're a member, you see? Just remember them something there. N. Watson, good night, my friend. Really and truly appreciate that. Keep building, teach. Enough blessings. You know what thing going on for that Dexta? Yeah, man, it's a mission with the fun, Yeah, understand what I say? Yeah, man. And things. So we just go and put in the work. I remain humble, Zane. Sometimes you need to re-motivate yourself, and you need motivation. Sometimes you have to dig deep for that yourself. Sometimes you come across a one story give you a next vibe. You understand? You meet a one person who give you a vibe, Zane, and thing. You need to use screen shades to watch the glare. Them things that come with the monitor, them, the monitors them there in the country. So we bought a pair. So everything we are buying now for interviews are pair. So a pair of camera, pair of monitors, screen shades. We also bought ND filters and polarizers. I did have ND filter, but for only one lens. So I bought a pair of ND filter, and them actually come with polarizers. See, and just one of them ND filter, they are $150 for, just to show you. So when it come on to improving the thing and improving the brand, we not itch. You understand what I say? It's just that we don't really tell people with business, and we just take with time and go through and we laugh. As me tell you, say, I have never gone to an interview, and when we are set up, the artists them not say, yo, most times now, the question is, so teach, you shoot videos too? And I say, nah man, we don't really take on that still. But the amount of time we hear that now with ears now probably is a next blessing in disguise that, but we are built, Zane, and thing. Like we have everything where we can shoot music videos. You understand? With cameras them, with drone, a portion of things. You understand? But we just, I don't have something that will give me a vibes yet, but we see it go. Probably is our next food that, well, probably if I stop teaching, probably looking at that actively. You understand me? Then probably need to retool a little with some other things, stabilizers and stuff for that. But you know what thing go? Probably some steady cams and some, I don't know, some gimbals and things. We don't know still. We'll see. I think one of the major upgrades that I have to do for this year, later down in the year, because as I tell you, I kind of have teach your things on read CV level. Kind of have a little one on the way, and my aim is to give my children what me never have. You understand? So I was delivered at home and thing, and I think my children should be delivered in the best environment possible. And as such, you know, you put yourself in a position to ensure so them things are go on. But don't tell you already say it would have been between two places, Zane. And this is not me pretending like me rich, it's just that ma give me out what me never have. So it would have been between Andrews and Natal. So I told you that the doctor that we use does not have any privileges at one of them. So we have to go with the other one. Not cheap, but we kind of, you know what I mean? Plus, we would have laid the old lady to rest recently. That wasn't cheap, I can tell you that. You know, so over there, I give thanks. Some local thing. I want, and I'll definitely do that before the year is out, to upgrade my computer. Zane, this computer has served me well. Zane, has served me well. Very, very well. And thing, but it is starting to struggle. It is a 2015 MacBook Pro, almost MacBook Pro 13-inch, almost fully spec'd out. But, you know what I mean, it kind of do a rota now, and then I will start recording in 4K. So, even though I'm not going to upload in 4K, I will record in 4K. So, if we have a punch in, we have good graphics CMA, good images CMA. When you record in 4K and downsample to 1080p, it is a beautiful 1080p. But this computer won't manage that. So, I want to upgrade to a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Almost fully spec'd out. I think only hard drive and processor will not be totally maxed out. Yeah? So graphics max, memory max, the works. So that will serve for the next 3-4 years and thing. And the reality is how me look on it when I spend some money, you know, 3 or 4 months, you make back their money there quick and fast. You understand? With hard work and dedication, sacrifice. So it's what it is. As I said, I will never ever tell anybody that YouTube has not been a blessing. It has been rough, exhausting, a lot of sacrifices. Thanks, Empress KD, Zane. A lot of late nights, you know, a lot of lessons, some hard lessons. Zane. We made a lot of mistakes and thing, but we'll give thanks. And thing. Good night, teach and the team. Good night. So, what else I level off? Yes, that's brilliant. Look, when you do it like that. Yeah, man, that's why I think, brother, you have a Windows 7. Brother, but a Mac OS make me run my channel off of it. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, right. And my Final Cut Pro Muse edited of it there. Final Cut Pro is a Mac only app. See him? And things. So, yeah, peace. We're there. We're out here. We are give thanks. We still want to improve with streaming. I look, there are some things that me want to add to my streaming, but we phasing. You realize I'm going to try to do everything for my channel one time. We're bringing some things. You understand? We're bringing things periodically. Remember, whenever start stream from the get-go, it was quite a bit time in the journey when we started streaming. Then we came off camera, then we came back on camera, then we mix it up, then we start the interviews, then so peeps, it just everything is coming along in a timely manner. You understand? And I have lost interest in making a video that people are gonna watch only for 2 days and don't watch. I mean, we still do that when we do news items, Zine, but I want to create content where 10, 15 years down the road, people still are watching. You understand what I say? So, we call that evergreen content. So, you see all these interviews and some deep research videos and them things we are thinking about the future. So, the videos might not be the biggest videos immediately and getting 50,000 and 60,000 views, but we'll take with 10,000, 15,000 views and then go and accumulate down the road. You understand? Sustainability we think there. You understand? So we don't want just add today, we want add for a long time until we stop with the YouTube something one of them time. You understand? But for now, I just say meds. Zine, we still try to figure out the best way to get audio into the stream over here. So like we have the equipment over there, so forget that. But it's a big old thing. It's a Rode Procaster. That's what they call it, a podcast. I don't remember, but It's too big for over here, so I want something smaller. So I've been doing some research because it look like what I use recently. Now work yes again, so I don't know what the issue. But we see how it go. And we are work on that because phone call important on the channel. You know? You understand? So when I rush it, we just take with time and we have bill. Zine, take with time on a bill. Take with time on a bill. And them something. Most of my videos from last year are surfacing now. Yeah, man, I saw a thing about everything we do it for a reason, a purpose, you know, strategic. See? Teacher will always remember the first video I watched on your channel. Just Jamaica's Most Wanted. See it? Yeah, man. So we give thanks. See, and as Kerry can tell you, say, from that video to now, she has seen the growth. You understand? And we give thanks. We appreciate the ones them. We get a little bit dark sometime and run with some people. Because you still have to do that. You can't make people feel like, say, oh, because you're up on YouTube and... no, brother. Because I now come disrespect you. So you don't try to do that. Because me run away, no matter. You understand? A simple one tree that. You see? Because we don't trouble people in our real life, you know. And them something to teach. You know, at you know. Long time. Michael, the school, but you see me? But we are give thanks, peeps. We are give thanks. As I say, it has been a journey. We started out looking at particular things, but we realized early out, say, really and truly, this no make we happy. You understand? The whole heap of sus and gossip and that and I think, and I've always said this, 2 persons, the Royal General, I don't know if he's still there. Let me check. See? Yeah, I'm still there. Yeah, I'll tag him. I know if you find the people them who they are, but they don't know. Zine, he said something to me one day via comment, because we never have no direct link yet, as in phone and WhatsApp. Zine. And he said to me that him say greatness in the eye. You understand? And I think I had done a video about a particular thing, and he must say, brother, this is not for you. Leave this alone. You're a thing bigger than this. And I have never forgotten that statement. See, there was a person on the channel at one point in time named Sherwood. I never forget the name. And one at a time I get lazy, man, and I lose interest in a YouTube thing. And I think that was late 2017, there about. I just said I do the YouTube thing, and they really have no vibes on them something. And I just said I do some local video sometimes, some local compilation video, just to go and rotate and keep the channel relevant. And she commented on that video and she said that, yes, we know that these videos are important placeholders, but you need to go back to your roots, your research. That is what separates you from everybody else. We need to find what the real teach them. And that resonated with me. So she's not on the channel anymore. I remember I was streaming one night and she had a viewpoint and I disagreed. And apparently she probably took it as an offense and she left. But I appreciated that moment in time when she kind of lit a fire and I teach her. You understand? Those 2 moments were defining moments in the thing. One of the next defining moments is I had a series called Jamaican Biography. And the first one I did, for some reason or another, was Bounty Killer. When you look on it, the graphics is awful, the audio is bad, everything about it just rough. And for some strange reason, I don't know if somebody shared it with the killer, or the killer find it himself. Zine, and the killer cut out piece of it, a 1-minute piece, and put it on the Instagram. Zine and Ray, and you know, we comment on that, and the killer say a few things, and one look up relationships that Bill do and the Godfather, Zane, and one day I said to him, and I said it to him, you know, I say, bigger boss, you don't make a one, you do a little job for me, a little jingle, and him say, yeah man, one of them time. And about 4, 5, 6 months after, I ask the killer again for it, like me and him talk, and I ask him for it. I remember coming home from school one evening, from work one evening, and him inbox me on Instagram and say, shoot him a WhatsApp number. I never asked him for what, I just send him a WhatsApp number. Zane, and him send a 1-minute video clip, bigging up, teach them, and the rest is history. Many persons don't realize, but the real growth in the channel started not so long after that with the killer intro Then me change the graphics. Seeing got some graphic stuff. Seeing the equipment was starting to come in, because that was the following year. So that was 2018, I think. And the lady, Sherwood, had placed that comment late 2017. So when it start fix with mentality and start see the thing for what it is, and everything just started to click and come together, and the rest are history, man. The rest is history. You understand what I say? The rest is history. As Killer say, the thing just different. We're not in nobody business, we're not sus, we're not gossip, and him appreciate the thing. Yeah, man. And from that, so, and the reality is, if Killer say, go road, then nothing can stop you. That's the reality. Look on the artists, them when Killer say, come on, go road. Except K Queens. I don't know I'm to the Empress them still. Them probably just need to write some different songs. But normally, if Killer say, go road done. So we just keep it humble, and and you see, we take our time, and now we are rub shoulders with some of the legends them in the business. You understand? That is called being humble, being true about who you are. You understand? Let your content represent who you are. Zane, as me say, I am not a perfect person. Even though I come here come beat up some people sometimes, I have made a lot of mistakes in my life, especially when I was a young boy. I have done things when I look back on it, and I say, Jaja, teach, you never did need to do that. And I have done things where you look back and you feel away in yourself about it. But we learn from our mistakes, and you learn the lessons and you move forward. You understand? So we're not parried as being perfect. You understand? All of the things in our life where when we think back about it in our quiet time, we're not too pleased. You see me? I am one of those persons as well. But deep down, I am somebody who has a certain level of morality. You understand? And the older I get, the more mature I become. I realize the things that are important and the things that are just are them we choose first. You know what I think? Yeah, man. I just say thing the people. So the whole journey, the whole YouTube thing, I have learned it by trial and error. Nobody taught me anything. Zine, I have learned a few things from a few of my friends in the business. Chaddy Murray, big up yourself. Rapper, big up yourself, brother. Zine, 876 relevant. Me know I'm not do that something again. Good youth, real youth. Zine, Terror than entertainment. Terror, my little brother. You understand? You know me and Terror do the same type of content, and more time Terror do some things that I not appreciate and I really tell him. You understand? But Terror, and more time him just doing what to do. You understand? And thing, but I'm a little brethren. Seeing Terror then show me one and few things along the way. Seeing Unstoppable one at a time link when a little thing did go and show you a few things. Unstoppable TV, big up yourself, youth. You understand what I say? Chaddy, we exchange idea, Terror the same thing. When Terror did a start out, one time him reach out and say, not start out, when him think did a grow, you understand? And think in terms of Terror's mic recommendations and some of him gear them, I was the one who made those recommendations in computer. The whole of them look at things, but when I really go around and, you understand, we do our thing in the background, and if I would reach out and want help in the realms of me being able to afford said help, we do a thing. You understand what I say? We not go and say, yo, we did help the man not know. And our thing that. But we have a few friends in the thing where we really check for and really check for it. You understand? And thing. So that's the side thing, the peeps. We continue to learn. There's still a lot to learn. Zine. And you know, we not deviate from the part where we depend in terms of what we believe, you know. And the fight where we fight. You understand what I say? And thing, as me understand, say, there are things that we not going to always say eye to eye upon. And them things, the people that are loyal to the thing will disagree with teach. Zine, I will disagree with the people. Then, but you know, I love over here, so we can agree for disagree. And we do it in a respectful manner. You understand what I say? And thing. So, I just say thing the people. I will if I look at thing and I will if I look at story and look at journeys. You know? You understand what I say? But we give thanks. We give thanks. You understand? One of the greatest joy is this. Zine, when can we reach out to some of the artists them make a link for we with other artists, but some of them will reach out, so we get a link and we reach out to them. And one of the greatest joy is the moment an artist answer a phone and you introduce yourself and a man say, teach them, make sure the message I reach them. You know, say, some of the greats in a Jamaica know the work. That is always a joy. You understand what I say? It no matter how big you get, when you call certain man, and certain man know the work what you do, it's a joy, brother. For me, for know where me I come from, the same youth of people say, yo, me if you left YouTube and go sell banana chips and back juice, I go farm. You understand what I say? So how far we how far we are come from, brethren? You understand? Far we are come from. See? And thing, and I mean, some persons not appreciate the work we do because them feel like we are troublemaker. We're not trouble nobody. You understand what I say? We're not trouble our soul. It's just that no one say we do a thing where we talk about soul. If you look on the channel page, it says we address things that are related to political, economic, and social problems affecting Jamaica, as well as entertainment. So if you fall under that, and we feel a mind to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. If you do something wrong, and we think we talk about it. If we see a cause where we're going to stand up for, like the cockpit country, we're going to fight for. You understand what I say? That's the thing there. I choose my battles. I can't fight everybody battles, but I choose the ones that I think I am able to fight. And not because I'm not say publicly with certain things. Because I'm going to tell people this, 90% of the things that I have come across, I do not say it publicly. Believe that. You understand? You have some people who somebody just link them with something and them run go do video. No. You will learn doing this thing that you have some people out there sit down and wait to get richer for you. See? I have been written to before by people in high places and higher places. I have done things that people have taken offense to before, and their lawyers have written to me. See? More often than you would think. Yeah? I have never gone to court. And with the year same way I do the work. Because sometimes when you talk some things, some people feel like them can intimidate you too. You understand? But them realize very early, say this is not one of the regular vloggers when they're really sure about themselves or them don't know them rights. You understand what I say? So very quickly in the engagements, them realize, oh, hold up. This is not one of the one them what we think. Or the one that kind of different. And yeah. So at the end of the day, we just do what we have to do, see we peeps. Zine, I have learned that no matter how you feel about something, sometimes your personal feelings have to stay within your person. You deal with the facts and you move on. You understand? Because if I have to say how I feel about certain things about certain people, sometimes people cry tears, You understand? But at the end of the day, you have to know, you live and you learn. And even the biggest journalists around the world, they understand that I don't know, afraid of nobody, it's just sometimes they don't have the time for the court business and the lawyer business and them something there. But I really and truly don't really have the time for that. So I am very thoughtful in what I say. No matter how quickly you hear me say it, I think about it before me say it. You understand? And sometimes we say some things deliberately, seeing, very strategic and methodically done. You understand? We not take things simply as when you don't feel like I waste my people and partner money when they send me to school, You only go on like a sensible man. But we know what is what, man. You understand? Yeah, man, people have written. Former Prime Minister of Jamaica had his lawyer right to say things. I will do a video on that one day. I have just not said anything. In the cockpit countrified, people took offense, had their lawyers right. People take offense to a lot of things. But we just sit down and laugh. But it's just that them realize early. Some of them do the research before, but them still a try. But some people realize early, say, this is not the run-of-the-mill vlogger. I'm not even consider myself. I always say he's a content creator or a YouTuber, some me say myself, or a thing bigger than a vlogging thing. That's just my personal purview. So them realize I'm early, so that youth are not a fool. You understand? That youth did, probably go Harvard or Yale, but he did go to school. You understand? And muzzle what, man? Look at them time that we beat them, man. But we beat them neat, man. You see me? And we don't have to call nobody name. You understand? Because we know we are the end people. But I feel like we just get up and do this here. Yeah, so we brain always at work. Zane, we just don't. Because at the end of the day, irrespective of how you feel about a thing, you have to understand, say, there is a justice system. There is a thing that you call libel and slander. And we try not to do that to anybody. Because we don't want nobody to do that to we. So even though you're in pursuit of the truth and justice, you have to understand that in your pursuit of justice, you cannot be unjust. You cannot be insensitive. Because we deal with people. You understand? So if I can verify something, I will hardly ever say it. You understand? But if I can verify it, and you make me know I can verify it, you ain't a problem. See? And some of them things that we still don't say because that's just how the world runs. You understand? But we still understand, say, people are people and people have feelings and people have a life. And you can't judge a person name through the dirt because of your personal feeling for something. See? And I have come to, and this is why I say this thing, when I say this thing, people not understand enough. See? That the court of law and the court of public opinion are two different something. When me tell you, when me use a statement that it is deeper than what you see at face value. You understand? Because what you see as being A sometime in a court of B and vice versa. That is how court. And I have been so motivated that I have been doing a lot of reading in the legal realms. Not that I am interested in becoming a lawyer. But I like when I speak to speak from a standpoint, not of authority per se, but knowing that I know. My high school geography teacher, which is probably the person who has been the most influential in my life, Mr. Carlington Johnson, always told us the greatest asset in life is to know. Zane, I don't know if Mr. Johnson realized how profound those words were or how deeply we took them. Well, I don't know about we, but I know about me. He always said the greatest asset in life is to know. Yeah? I have never forgotten those words. He told me that when I was in grade 10. Never forgotten those words. Mr. Johnson tell you that. You understand? Well, Mr. Johnson. We just call him Mr. Johnson, just before that. You understand? Zane and things. So, I try to educate myself. You understand? I try to become familiar with certain things. So when I speak, and I will tell you straight up, I can't speak to that, or I don't know, because I will pretend like I know if I don't know. If I don't know, I just don't know. And if I something I need to go find out, I go learn it. See? Tell them to look up the meaning of the word teacher. Teach. You know, take threat from. Nah, man, we don't play that, man. But them know it, brother. Them know it, You understand? We hold disposition and mannerism. Them know. You see? But some of them are intimidate. We not take intimidation and from here, little boy, we not fear, man. And them understand. But we not push them things. We just do the thing the right way and we proceed. You understand what I say? So, one day, me share some stories. We have the stories there, We have the stories there. We just not really, you know what I mean? We just get to the business and do the business. But we deal with a lot in the background. We deal with a lot of clowns. You understand? Because a lot of them they're on town. Zane, and people, when you get too close to the truth, people get nervous. You understand? And people get off defensive. Zane and thing. And you see what is what. That's why I'm done telling you. Say, you see them 3 piece? Anyway, thing go. But we never met them things that deter with peeps. You understand? I mean, I talk about things we have come from all 2017, 18, 19. But we're still there, we're still at work. You understand what I say? We never lose faith. We never lose the drive and the will and the skill. Yeah, son. One of them day we share some stories, man. We just go on hold on, man. Yeah, son, I say, cause we not rush nothing, you know. We don't rush no first, man. You understand? So I just saw it thing, come on. I just saw it thing. But we out here, peeps. You understand? I think people over time find out that we are more capable than they give us credit for. You see? Alkaline in one of his songs say, underestimate me, them have to redo the measurement. Yeah, man. Enough of them underestimate the teacher and have to do the and have to re-measure, man. And we like that. They understand that give me great joy. You see me? So with the year, we have a lot of things where we work on in our background, seeing a lot of goals that we set for ourselves. You understand? And you know, I am a very private person. See, the most talk I talk is when I sit in front of the camera here. So generally, I am not a talker. See, I am an observer. I will listen. You understand? Persons have been upset many times in my life because them claim me not talk to them and me not talk and me not share this and me not share that. I am just a private person. I am not somebody who wear my emotions and my sleeves and my thoughts and my forehead. You understand? Always keep people guessing and thinking. But because we are do a job here, so with us, you understand? Put out with true self and we talk. You understand? And when them say, me say, then I work, me get paid for that, so me talk. But then me not get no pay for this attacking. And then, you understand? People vex when me when me tell them things. But I don't say anything goes still. Zine, but with our peeps, we give thanks for the support. I'm gonna do that ball for 1 more hour, so me go now. In a neat look away. You understand? I don't tell you no man. Say I regularly write lesson plan when we in a lesson plan mood, you know. So more time I write some plans, you even see them, we just have to do them and you know realize I teach them. Zane, teach them, tell you about this black shirt and silver chain premonition, you know. You know my shirt not really black. My shirt not really black, you know. You see the shirt you see like this is the long sleeve version of that shirt. The next one is the short sleeve version. So you think so my shirt just black, but true, you have black shirt by your mind, you know. Then you is alright. Yeah, 1 more hour. No go on the bed, yeah. You understand? I go probably do what I not do generally, which is watch TV. Probably watch something on the TV, look a bit and get some rest and you know what I think. But tomorrow is the next day. You see, I need to upload today. That I hear, oh brother, I from 10:45, me say me I left, you know. Zane, and now it's 11:45, you know. You don't know who teach you about, man. You don't know, from the time, the last hour to the time, this time is a hour, sir. Then, you know. You see, auntie. So, big up on yourself, peeps. You understand? Take off my glass. Curious when I take off the glass, I left. So, you understand? Auntie, next camera. See? Camera don't look so bad for you, come to think of it, you know. Make me look dark, jaja. Yo. I should have some more dark in real life, you know. But see real color, you know. You understand? Yo. Camera don't look bad for you. I just threw it up on the green screen alone. I'm turning off the green screen pants. Boom. Man, at this one I'm like, my face look hopeful and bright, as DYCR said. Peeps, good night. Johnny, Danny, when I deal with you, everything good. Junior, you sleep and wake up. You see, how was with them and Junior and them a talk about me, give them 1 hour, you see them stay. But with everything good still. Michael me, Yardy J.A., Dante Dan, Danny, Silver D, Junior Lewis, Kerry J, Jerry Wilson, Miss June Gray, The Oxygen, Matthew Parchment, Kevin Reid, Miss Evelyn Brown, Miss Dana Johnson. Zane, them think you're a fool and never go school. Miss Dana do school. Jaro, we are the family. Time I say Jaro, me almost say Killer Man Jaro. Killer Man Jaro drop used to go. I don't know, Stone Love stands alone. I don't remember. You understand? That might have to rest. So just chill. Nah, man, nothing like that, man. Nothing like that, brother, man. Hey. Craig Creation, my brother, we are doing Garfield, Leslie. Jerry, Cool, the cat, Lionfish. Okay. Big up yourself still. You understand? Right now, they name the, I don't know if you go Bill. Johnny Johnson, big up yourself in the family. Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, Auntie Millicent teach me so stress, me drop asleep. Don't stress, man. Do not stress thyself. You understand? Be still. You see? And thing will balance itself. Father James Bond, day one fan. You know what thing go. You understand? You're done to the plan. Yeah, man. SSGT, I pray that a Sergeant J50 Cal, so I pronounce that, you know, so I don't know if I saw it, so, but Raymond Johnson, big up yourself and the family. Empress Mickey, big up yourself. You see, Peter May, big up yourself and the brother, you know what thing you know. Kings of Kings TV, 876 bro God, where you deal with Just Listen BSDC versus Black Cat, Manchester 2002. I think I know that dance there, brother. I know that dance there. Yeah, man. A long time I don't listen to Sound Class still. One of them there. Rupert Williams. Close and skirt Rupert. It was Zebra song. Big up yourself and the father Rupert. Father Ken Prosper. Miss Angie E. Empress Angie, what's going on? Zane, and thing. Father Lance Crooks. Where you deal with youth. KD Vybz, Empress. I know you not come cross regularly, but when you come cross, we feel the love. Big up yourself, you know, we know where things go still. Tamara Perry, good night, Empress. Zane, Kanai Brown, I call Kanai. No, when I'm a close fitting class, my shoes not cheap like chicken parts. Big up my Valentina summer shots. Boy. Me that go on a piece of one tune on 90 and me did tap. The girl them say me sweet, yeah, the sneaker style. And them say me sharp like scissor spine. Ladies, when me dress, everything is new. If you want something, all watch Nick at night. Me to the music was sweet and nice. It's like Sunday to chicken and peas and rice. When me hear some punks wanna be DJ, me get cross like the thing I kill Jesus Christ. They just make up all sort of nice. But the music we do is authorized. We get the girls in a chance, hypnotize, and gyrate them waist, hip surprise. So when you call me name a dance all, you call me have the girls in my party from all to what. Just easy, man. Right now, me run out of breath. Puffy, Puff 436, Queen Cleopatra TV. Big up on yourself, you know. Yeah, Stan. Yeah, man. Peace. Me got me better though still. Yeah, hear me? Put your one in the ear if you like it. Teach them freestyle, me not write it. I can't tell truth still. Yo, Horatio Masters. Yeah, deal with the youth. Yeah, man. You know one thing go. I not even remember, so I remember all the song. You soon be a ghostwriter. I don't know one thing go. Just go and do a thing and so we reach. You say, money pull up. Money pull up, you are the greatest. Tip a liquor rum in it. You understand? Yeah, man. 16 bars. I just like you teach laugh out loud. Yeah, hear me? Put your one in the ear if you like it. Teach them freestyle, me not write it. And if you don't like it, come. Ha ha ha. Because I go in the second verse. But what next time? You understand? Me what? Dig up yourself in Miss Ruth Daly. She's not here tonight. She may have been infected by the coronavirus. She's a moderator as well. She's always here. I hope that I think I saw her earlier. I hope she is doing better. Miss Tanisha Galbert. Where David? Hope she's doing better. You understand? And thing. You know one thing. So not done you know more a few tune, but more time with us. You know what I mean? Build back. Yeah, man, auntie. So we hope that Miss Daly is you know what I mean, winning the fight, and I think she was on earlier. And think she seems to be an essential worker. Look like she works in the medical field as well. And think, yeah, man, I know she was here earlier. I just remember Miss Joan Wick. I think when I come on, but it's see her, I heal her, then I cut again, and them something, Zane, and these things. So, yeah, man. You know one thing go. Me use my cellular, get girl regular. Some tune, what else some tune bust up in the head of that. Yeah, so they just B2 tune. You see? Peeps, good night. Love the vibe, love the ones them. Appreciate the support. Zine, hopefully Empress Route will be okay soon. Zine and thing, and hopefully we see her on Sunday. You know what I think? Still working on an alternative to the interviews for a Sunday. Not sure it will be ready for this week, but we're working on it. And I say what go on. You understand what I say? And thing. See you gonna. Yeah, man. Yeah, Danny, big up yourself. Peace, be safe. You understand? Turn your yard. See? When you go on road, you know what thing go. Follow the code. Rough. See? Ellie, I don't know if Ellie did not the building, but Ellie, big up yourself in the upper side. The manners are respecting the youth. See that thing? I remember if Shanice did forward on the thing earlier, but what are people then big up themselves? Peeps, walk good. Step with ya. I'm out. Oh, and that for be oh chain. Oh, this. Oh, you know some mess up with thing. Ja. So this will be. So the outro a share screen. Bombard star. Yo. I want them can't find it. Let me go find it there. Cause me can't live without the outro. See it yeah. I need to put it back in my scenes.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.